All right, boom, we live, official. You know what I'm saying? Give me just a second. Let me make sure I like and share the, you know what I'm saying, the class. You know what I'm saying? We get there, see what's going on, check the quality, make sure the quality look to wild, make sure the quality looking good. The quality look good. Quality look good. Most High in Christ.
Most High in Christ.
Everybody let me know how that quality looking. You know what I'm saying? Did the quality look to wild? Or yo, what is this? Most High in Christ. All right. Give it just a second. Hey, I want to say shalom. How about Shem Yahushai, Baraka Thumb to all the brothers out there. Shalom Yahushai, Ilathun. But Shem Yahushai, all the sisters out there, the nation of Israel. This is the ISUPK starting on the 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. This is 1969. We have made it our business. We have been ordained as the only people on the face of the damn planet to teach all blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that they are the true biblical Israelites according to the Bible. You see what I'm saying? God loves only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and absolutely nobody else, man. You see what I'm saying? We go out of our way every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You see what I'm saying? To educate our people on the culture that was stolen from them, to educate our people on how they ought to live their lives, and more importantly, to expose all of the lies that the devil has brought out. Ain't that right, Shadarach?
Absolutely. Come.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm out here. Shadarach was kind enough, man. Shadarach was kind enough to take the time out of his day, out of his weekend, to put together something very special, to put together this lecture about the culture of our enemies, man. You see what I'm saying? Put together this lecture about the culture of the devil, man. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm a young man. You see what I'm saying? Preaching off of the Shalamah, I'm 24 years old. So as much zeal as I might have, as much education as I might think I have, as much as I might want to bring out, it's just a little bit more that brothers like Shadarach have. You see what I'm saying? It's a little bit more information, a little bit more wisdom that they have that I might not have been around for. You see what I'm saying? So today, on behalf of Priest and Officer Shadarach, we are in the Las Vegas zone at 612 South Jones Boulevard. You can pull up on this if you're in the area. And Shadarach is going to expose the culture of the devil. We're going to get into who Edom is, who Esau is, who the white man is biblically. We're going to get into who the so-called Jews are today. We're going to get into who the Ku Klux Klan is. We're going to get into a whole lot more and expose our enemies for the wicked bastards that they are and that they've always been, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to read something real quick. I was like, do you want to say anything?
No, go ahead. Let's do this.
No, yeah, if I may. I'm gonna read the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 21. You see what I'm saying? It says, prove all things and hold fast that which is good. You see what I'm saying? One thing about the eyes you became the commanders during Yohana, anything that we claim, we're gonna be able to prove with history, with the Bible, with logic. We're gonna show you that the things that we are saying are true and the things that everyone else says is absolute nonsense. You see what I'm saying? That's why we're going to show you who the devil is. We're going to show you who our enemies is. We say the white man is the devil, huh? But we're going to prove it, though, today. You see what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. We see you, sis, checking in. Most High in Christ. Shout out to you, Shonda Banks. I see you out here checking in from Las Vegas, Nevada as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pull just two more scriptures right here before we jump right into it. It's brothers like Officer Shadarach. It's brothers like General Mahayman. It's brothers like Commander General Yohana, Captain Tazariot. They studied a certain amount of books. They studied books like the Chosen People of the Caucasus, books like the 13th Tribe, books like the $1 Million Secret of the Israelis. They studied all of these books before I even existed. You see what I'm saying? They studied these books before I was even born in this body. You see what I'm saying? And since the Bible tells us to prove all things, the Bible also says something else. You see what I'm saying? The Bible tells us to study to show thyself approved. So I'm going to pull that real quick as well. Because we got to make sure that we study to show ourselves approved as well. And the point of this lecture is to encourage studying. The point of this lecture is to encourage more people in my generation and the generation above me to study, study, study. You see what I'm saying? So that when you have to stand against your family, and you tell your grandmother you're not attending Thanksgiving dinner, when you tell your grandmother and you got to explain to your kids that you're not celebrating Christmas anymore, you can remember, like the Bible say, to ask your father, man. You see what I'm saying? Shadarach is in the same exact generation as my father, a priest and prophet of God. You see what I'm saying? My father, Shadarach, Jeremiah, these are all books that they studied in their youth, that they studied when they was my age. I'm 24 years old. You see what I'm saying? And Shadarach was kind enough to bring these books out so that we can still have them. They can keep on going worldwide. I know you spoke to Jeremiah, and he said that these books was something that needed to be brought back to our school. Is that right?
Yes, and if I may,
go ahead.
You understand, they always want you to look through their internet, look on social media for information and things. And one thing you need to understand, you better get back to the basics. Reading and writing. Reading and writing. Because when you read, it creates a creative part of your mind, the imaginary part of your mind. You have to imagine what you're reading. So if somebody says there's a boy sitting over there by the wall, you have to imagine this boy, this big old wall, and then this boy is sitting there.
Right.
So if you're not reading, you're not expanding your mind.
That's right.
And the mind, they had a little research. I think I heard about it.
The
mind is like plastic. The brain, Salaki, the brain is like plastic, which means it's moldable. You can mold it into what you want. Just like when you work out, you can mold your body into a chiseled, cut up body.
Right.
The brain is the same way. You can mold it. But if you're sitting there just read this, just looking at stuff, looking at everything, and not understanding what it is, you'll never learn anything. Okay. So that with that being said, let's go on to our first book, and we're gonna go into Esau and Edom, right?
Now this book right here, this is the perfect book to start with, because this is going to show you exactly in the words of the white man, right? Absolutely. In the words of our enemies, in the words of Arthur Koestler, who was a so-called Jewish man. They're gonna show you exactly who the white man is, who Edom is, man. And I want to pull something real quick before we read it.
Right, but this is the other author who wrote Esau and Edom is Weissman, Charles A. Weissman.
Charles A. Weissman. You see what I'm saying? Most High in Christ.
But as you're going to see as we go through this, each book is giving reference to the great man, the great white man, which ain't no great white man,
right?
But he's the scholar, the top scholar who wrote the information that these books reference on. Each one of the, how many books I got here? About 4. Each one of these books reference into Arthur Koestler, the author. He's the scholar. He wrote the 13th tribe, okay, which exposes who the real Jews are. It really exposes that the Eastern Europeans are not the Jews. So we're going to delve into that. And once we get to the page references, I got them right here. It's written in 4 books that I'm bringing forward. One is the Israelis, the $5 trillion secret. That was written by Curtis B. Dahl. One is Synagogue of Satan, who is by, which one is that by? That's Hitchcock. That's written by Hitchcock.
That's right.
Okay, and then we're going to go into Esau's Edom, which I already know, Weissman, and then CPC, that's the Chosen People of the Caucasus, and that's Michael Bradley. Who wrote the 13 tribes from the gate, from the beginning, and he wrote where those Jews came from. Because actually, I'm gonna just do a little bit on that. That the Jews, the real Jews, were under persecution,
right,
in the ancient times. But there was a war between the Muslims and the fake Jews, who are the Khazars.
Right.
Some pronounce it, some spell it Chazar, but the others pronounce it Khazar. Either one is correct because it's Khazars. These are Eastern Europeans. These are Turk people, Turkey. You understand? This is where, if you're my age, you heard of Attila the Hun. You bad like Attila. We used to say that all the time.
Right.
You bad like Attila. Because actually, Attila was a warlike tribe. And this warlike tribe were the Eastern Europeans who stole our culture. And this is what Arthur Koestler is actually leading into and giving and presenting in his book, The 13th Tribe, the information on who these people are. They actually stole our heritage because the King Bulan, he didn't want to join the Roman Empire, Constantinople, the Roman Empire, or like Alexander the Great, I would say.
Right.
Better yet. You know, he didn't want to join the Roman Empire because they were Catholic, and he would have had to be under their supervision, you know, under their guise, right? You know, under their skirt, you know.
Right.
Then he didn't want to join Islam with the caliphates. Caliphate means king. He didn't want to be under the Islam king because they were Arab. Those is Ishmael's people. That's from the tribe of Ishmael in the Bible.
That's right.
So instead of joining either one of them, because he's going, this is a political move. This is for politics. He said, look at those folks over there. They're getting persecuted. Who are those? Those were the Jews. Those were our ancestors getting persecuted. So he decided to convert to that religion, to that way of life, so that he didn't have to answer to the Roman king, you know, Alexander the Great, or the caliphates of Islam.
Right.
Understand? So that's what he did. But there was a war between the Islam and the Khazars.
And if I may, sir, I got a precept right here. You know what I'm saying? And this precept is going to be so perfect to segue into who is Esau. You know what I'm saying? Who is the Khazars and things like that.
Absolutely.
Right? Or who they aren't. Better yet, I should say. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is talking to the people that actually are the real Jews. This is talking to every black man, every Hispanic man, and every Native American Indian man. He said, I know what you're going through. I know the hate that you have to experience every day. I know about the ICE workers that's raiding your streets and locking you in cages and trying to deport you back to a repugnant land in Mexico. You see what I'm saying? But thou art rich. It's like,
and what I wanted to bring before you even read that to the set in the book Synagogue of Satan, the very same precept that this priest is reading is right there in the book Synagogues of Satan that we're going to go more into as we go through this lecture.
That's right.
Continue.
Come. But thou art rich. Why? Because you hold the most valuable thing on God's green earth, as Christians like to say, don't they? You see what I'm saying? You hold the most valuable thing on God's green earth, and that's the promise of Jesus, of Jesus Christ. That's the promise of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? You have the promise of inheriting this land and your enemies being under you. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That is absolutely right, and that's the covenant, which is the covenant, which means agreement and contract. That's like a contract that that the Most High had with Abraham. The covenant. That's what we hold. That's what we hold sacred. Because in this day and age, you have to defend the truth.
That's right.
You can't just sit up here and just get this information and say this is this, that's that, and don't do no research. That's why it's so valuable that you start learning and retrain your mind to read and write.
That's right.
Read it. You understand? It's an exercise. It's a mental exercise.
That's right.
Reading. And it's important. You will feel better. You'll be more informed, and you get a better picture of what you're trying to digest. Mentally digest. Okay. You finish on that?
Oh yeah, it's more. This the heavy part of it right here. This is what segues into everything that we finna read, all of these books that we finna read, right? And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
So go ahead.
With that being said, let's go to the 13th tribe. I have it right here. Let's go to the 13th tribe and let's go into what they're saying here. What Arthur Koestler, actually that scholar, says. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
And everything that you're seeing right here, you see what I'm saying? These are all books approved by General Hyman, approved by Commander General Yohanan, that written by these devils exposing themselves. And these are books that if you a young brother, if you a young man, even if you a sister, and you want to know who your enemies is, if you want to know who it is that you should stand against, whose culture you shouldn't follow, you want to expose the lies of your enemies, these are all books that you want to get written down. These are all books that you want to bring to yourself. You see what I'm saying? The Bible tells you to study to show thyself approved. And these are just all some very prominent books that we're going to be reading from that you can get yourself. You see what I'm saying? To make sure that you can study in order to sharpen yourself. 14. That's right. Page 14?
17.
17? There you go. Right there. This is Arthur Koestler's The 13th Tribe. Page 17. This was written before the full extent of the Holocaust was known. But that does not alter the fact that the large majority of surviving Jews in the world is of Eastern European.
Of what?
Of Eastern European.
Eastern European. Understand, this is before 1944, before the Israelis got the land of Gaza and all of that, in Jerusalem and Israel as their state. Before they even claimed it. This is what happened, what Arthur Koestler wrote in this book.
That's right. And thus, perhaps mainly of Khazar origin. If so, this would mean that their ancestors came not from the Jordan, but from the Volga.
Not from the Jordan River. Now, remember, there was a prophet that bathed. He wasn't a prophet, but the prophet told him to bathe in the river Jordan 7 times.
Right.
If you know your Bible, you know that he bathed in that there because he was a leper. That was Naaman. He had leprosy. So having that leprosy, he bathed in the Jordan River. But as Arthur Koestler says, not from the Jordan. Read that again. Not from the Jordan. Okay.
If so, this would mean that their ancestors came not from the Jordan, but from the Volga.
And if you do some research, look up where the Volga River is. Volga. Where is the Volga River?
That's right.
Okay. So this is not, as you see, this is a big discrepancy as far as who the real Jews are. How can we be from Europe? How? Continue.
Come. Not from Canaan, but from the Caucasus. Once believed to be the cradle of the Aryan race.
The cradle of who?
The Aryan race.
Now, any brother that been locked up or anywhere in Wasco, San Quentin, Sing Sing, Elmira, Comstock, all them prisons, or what's that prison in Louisiana? What they call that prison again? I forget that name. But anyway, Angola, I believe they call it.
Right.
But any of those prisons, they know when you got the Aryan Brotherhood. Oh, if you saw the movie Blood In, Blood Out.
Right.
Who were the Aryans in prison? Those were Caucasian people.
That's right.
Aryan. In the book, Arthur Koestler says, read it again.
Right. Not from Canaan, but from the Caucasus.
And you know Canaan is African.
That's right.
Those are African. They're still not our people. But that was the promised land that Moses went into. It took the 12 tribes of Israel into the land of Canaan. Those are African people, dark melanated people.
That's right.
And I'll make sure that you understand, in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, we do not go by skin tone.
That's right.
But the black man is every skin tone, every single one out there. All right. So not from Canaan. I mean, not from what is the Volga, not from the Volga River, and understand, that this is what they have held from us. This is what we don't understand, and this is what you keep missing. And don't go fall under the myth, because there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there. You brothers and sisters, they say when you want a secret, put it in a book.
That's right.
You have to go against the grain. I stress this for every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian out there. Go against the grain of what is expected of you. That's why it takes a certain person to be in the ISUPK. We know to go against the grain and study to show thyself approved. That's scripture. Okay, continue.
Come. once believed to be the cradle of the Aryan race, and that genetically they are more closely related to Hun, Uyghur, and the Magyar tribes.
Magyar, and the Magyar tribes.
Right.
Those tribes are Turkish. They're Turkish. They're what are they? They're Turkish, Hungary, like from Hungary, they call that.
Right.
And Turkey. How can Jacob be from Hungary and Turkey? Continue.
That's right. Then to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Then to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So they're closer to the Caucasian race than they are to the real Hebrew Israelites, who God made the covenant, who God made the promise that his seed will be as much as the multitude of the pebbles of the sand on the sea, on the seashore.
That's right.
Continue.
Should this turn out to be the case, then the term anti-Semitism will become void of meaning.
It will be null and void. Now we're going to go into the anti-Semite also as we go into this. We may,
and if I'm
because there's so much information that I may have to go through a part two.
If I may,
go ahead. Continue.
Man, like this is so heavy, sir, because we say this all the time. This is nothing new to us. We teach this all the time. We just read in Revelations in Revelation chapter 2, saying that these people are not the real Jews. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's heavy when a so-called Jew, you see what I'm saying? It's heavy when one of their own realizes that his own people is full of BS. And he can expose that and put it in the book for people to study. You see what I'm saying? The white man is so much of a damn deceiver that even his own offspring was like, you know what? We gotta tell people about this. People can't be walking around believing that we the real Jews.
See, and that also goes on to that which is crooked cannot be made straight.
That's right.
Because you look at we were just talking about this, prior to this lecture, that you find a lot of Caucasian children hate their mothers. They hate their mothers. You see them in the supermarket all the time. Oh, Ma, you tripping. Ma, you doing this. And we be wondering as Hebrew Israelites, as Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, why she don't slap the taste out of his mouth.
Right.
You understand? Because my mom wouldn't go for that. I'm not going to no supermarket cussing my mother out.
Damn right.
The generation I came from, you better have some respect. So that goes into the anti-Semite. But let's continue with Esau is Edom.
God, this is Esau is Edom. So now we're going to go into a book that's called Esau is Edom. Let me show y'all real quick. You see what I'm saying? Let me go to it so y'all can see it on the screen. And all these books that we pulling out is just to show you who our enemies are and to expose, you see what I'm saying, their true culture. So I'm pulling up right here for y'all. Go ahead, sis.
So like you, sir, I just wanted to know, didn't Arthur Koestler's people decide that he was a heretic because he wrote that book?
Because he wrote it, sis, and honestly speaking, I'm not sure, but I'm almost definitely positive that yes, they did have a great controversy when he wrote this book.
Right.
This book. That's why and we know this, like when you get like books like called The Russian Icons and the Lost Tribes of Promised Lands. These books cost $3,000.
Right.
This book cost $1,500. I bought the icons for $600. I waited for it to go on sale on Amazon.
Right.
And sometimes I'm gonna give you a suggestion. You might have to wait till that book goes on sale. If it's too much, just wait till it go on sale. I bought it for $600. It go for $2,000. Easy.
Right.
You understand? Because that's how much that this devil, the culture of this devil, wants to keep the information from you.
That's right.
What you saying, sis?
And if I could, just to throw this out there for people who want to get the books, you can also contact libraries, public libraries.
Right.
They sell the books. I've got quite a few books from public libraries.
Right.
School.
And
libraries.
it's very, I'm glad you said that, sis, because actually that's how some of us found these books. We got another priest, I forget his, Priest Ayar, back in the day, about a few years ago, back when we were at Passover, he came out with some books that he said he found in the library. He found in the library. They didn't want to, give it to him or whatever, Salaki, but he did find these books in the library, and them books are not something like in the common mainstream of reading of the library and everything, where it's supposed to be a public library with public information, but they hold those books like that. You have to be prudent enough to get in there and look at it, and also look at garage sales, like people sell, you know, those little garage, those house sales that you see on the corner, all those things. Go back there and lift up the stone underneath there. Find them insects under the stone,
right,
and find that truth. Really,
that's right.
Of those little treasures, because it'll be a book that nobody ever knew existed, but yet and still, this book is at a yard sale,
right,
15 cents. Get the book for 15 cents. And then find out. And then when you cross-reference it and find out, you'll see that book got some truth in it.
That's right.
But make sure that you don't take everything for granted, because, you know, just because they wrote these books doesn't mean everything in the book is true. But look, like the Bible says, search all things and prove all things. And we don't go with the whole Babylon and Timbuktu. We look at the birth of Islam. We look at when Jerusalem was sacked in 70 AD by King Vespasian. And we look at different things like that, but we don't pick up everything that Rudolph Windsor wrote, because some of that is not true. And remember, he's not in the truth. He's not in UPK. He's not holding rank with us.
Right.
So you have to be able to differentiate. You know, one of the great things, like Solomon, there you go, Shalamah, this brother right here, his namesake right here sitting next to me. Man. You know what he said? You know how he became king? He was a boy, a young man. And you know what he said? He said, Lord, just teach me how to discern between good and evil.
That's right.
So that I can judge these people, because yet I'm a child and you put me in charge of this great nation of people. Because he saw us. Go back and read his story. That's why the Lord said, because thou hast not asked for the hand of the life of your enemy, and you didn't ask for great riches. He said, I'm going to make you the wisest man in the earth. There will be no other wiser than you, before you, or wiser after you.
And if I may, sir,
that.
Like everything you said is so heavy, you know what I'm saying? And Revelation 2:9 said, we know that the Jews that's pertaining to be the so-called Jews today, the Jewish people are not the Jews, but are the synagogue of Satan. And that's why right here, where it says Esau's Edom by Charles Wiseman, this is why it says this right here about the Khazars and about these so-called fake Jews. If you wanted me to read it, sir.
Go ahead, continue.
This is Esau. This is the book Esau's Edom by Charles A. Wiseman, page 10. The Khazars were a nomadic people who had no traces of Hebraic culture.
What does nomad mean?
Wandering. A wandering people.
A wanderer. Who was Cain? What did the Lord make Cain become?
A wanderer.
A wanderer.
Okay. Damn right.
So the devil has a spirit of Cain. He was a wanderer because he murdered Abel.
Yeah.
And he went through town to town, the land to land.
That's
and
right.
They put a mark on him and said, and you know I'm paraphrasing, they said that no man should kill him. The Lord wanted him to live to suffer.
That's right.
The Lord wanted him to suffer.
You
understand? You get a Lord a hand. The Lord is understanding that, because he wanted him to live out that pain, that affliction. Understand? Because he murdered his brother, because he didn't believe that his offering to the Lord was worthy enough. He didn't believe that, and the Lord told him, look, you can do another offering at another time, and I might accept it. He gave him an out. He gave him an out, but Cain was so jealous.
He was
so prideful and envious of his brother that when they were in the field, nobody was looking. He bopped him in his head and killed him.
That's right.
And the Lord said, I smell your blood in the earth. Where's your brother? I smell his blood.
And if I could read it one more time, with all of that context, and this is who they became. The Khazars were a nomadic people You see what I'm saying? That's why they became a nomadic people, because that was always their culture. Because the same way black people were given the culture to not eat pork, to not eat shrimp, to not eat lobster, the culture of the devil, they was given a culture to be nomads. They was given a culture to dwell in rocks and have no true home. You see what I'm saying? That's why we read about the Khazars, the imposters, who Charles A. Wiseman is bringing out in this book, Esau's Edom. He said they were a nomadic people who had no traces of Hebraic culture. So, like,
and if I may, also they were nomadic people. And if you look under the Khazars, you'll see that, you know, as Arthur Costa wrote it in the book, they used to have tents. They would take their tents, set them up here, and then do whatever the dirt they're gonna do, and then take them tents down and roll over here.
Right.
Put them back up over there, and then do their dirt and do their whatever, and take it down and roll over there.
That's right.
That's what King Bulan did. That's what they were about. No, they were nomads. They were a warlike tribe from East Europe, from Asia. No, East Asia. Okay, they were a warlike tribe, which means they couldn't get along with nobody. They could not get along with nobody. And as you see, the Jews of the fake Jews of this earth, I'm gonna call them fake at this point. The fake Jews of this earth, you don't go into their society. You don't go in their community. You don't go in there any kind of way. You might be able to do some work around them, but they are very parasitical people. They're a parasite for every nation.
And if I may, this is why the Bible tells you to envy not thy oppressor, because this is the people that you're modeling your life after. You see what I'm saying? Just because they have authority in the earth now, God is going to take that authority from them, man. God is going to destroy them and anybody that is chasing after the so-called American dream. He's going to kill them. He's going to take their lives, and he's going to take the lives of anybody that wants to be like these wicked bastards. I'm going to read some more. You're going to see why.
Absolutely. Are we on page 10?
Come on.
Good. I want you to get down to the paganism and the Khazars, but also before, on page 9, it talks about the Ashkenaz.
Right.
And we didn't get time to pull that precept, but if you know it, the sons of Esau, one of his sons' name was Kenaz. One of his sons' name was Kenaz, and that's Ashkenazi. Now, it looks like it might be some, if it's any questions in the chat, we'll have to address that as well.
I got you. Yeah, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? We could definitely get any questions in the chat. You see them, you know what I'm saying? Kenaz was the grandson of Esau. You know what I'm saying? You can find that in Genesis 36 and 11. He ended up becoming one of the Edomites' head chiefs, one of their leaders. You see what I'm saying? And that's who the Khazars were.
And if I may, also, when they speak of Esau's sons like Kenaz and also Teman, and also there's another one I'm not remembering so much so the names, but when they mention them, it says in the Bible that these are the dukes,
right?
Dukes of Esau. The dukes, if you know, the dukes are not represented. Like when today, do any black people or Hispanic people call duke? Are you a duke? Anybody call you a duke? Is your name a duke? No, you're not a duke. Yeah, but if you look at John Wayne movies, if you're my age, what was John Wayne's nickname?
Duke.
The Duke. And he was a Caucasian.
Right.
John Wayne was one of the most racist actors. He made good movies, but he was one of the most racist, right, sis? You know, one of the most racist actors.
That's right.
They called him the Duke. The only Duke that we had was the Duke of Earl. What was it? The Duke of Earl? That jazz? And that was just his nickname. His nickname was just the Duke. But that was just for jazz movement. But this was the Duke in the acting world. Okay. And it's also written in the Bible. These are Esau's sons.
And shalom to Christ, like we see you, man. You know what I'm saying?
So this is what we have. So what else we got? Where
we gonna keep on reading. You know what I'm saying? The history of the Khazars. They have been following a pagan and sex-oriented religion.
A what?
A pagan and sex-oriented religion.
Understand what they threw in there. A sex-oriented religion. Understand? The Lord don't orient his word, his truth around sex. He orients his word around the law.
That's right.
The Lord lays down a law like a father does to a son in a real family. You understand? And you know, in a black family, when he tell in any Hispanic family or any so-called Native Indian family, he tell you to do something, you better do it.
That's right.
Understand? That's the leader of the family, the father, the male. But in their religions, it's sex orientated.
Come.
And as we're going to look into the other book called what is it? The Chosen People of the Caucus.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We're going to look at the sexual deviancy and the sexual maladaptation of the Caucasian man. Understand?
Come.
Okay.
You ready to go on the Chosen People of the Caucus now?
We could do that, but where do we stop there? We may want to go back.
Yeah, we still in verse 10.
We still in page 10.
Yeah.
With
You want to finish that out?
And Khazars. Let's finish that out first.
Okay.
Yeah, let's finish that out first. We need to get a full understanding of Esau and Edom.
That's right. Until they had officially embraced Judaism in 740 AD.
Whoa.
Come on, man.
740 AD. You know what that time was around? Ain't that right, priest?
Mm-hmm.
That was around the time King Vespasian and King Titus, and that's written in right there in the Babylon and Timbuktu by Rudolph Windsor.
That's absolutely right. And if I may, sir,
go ahead.
It's like what you said. What you saying is so heavy. What we bring out in this book is so heavy because once again, these are white people. This is another white man. This is a so-called Jew that is exposing the history of his own people. He's telling you right now, we didn't convert into so-called Judaism until 740 AD. That's when they decided to take on the culture of the Israelites for their own personal benefit, man. Right. You see what I'm saying? You envy the white man so bad. You want to be like him so bad when he wants to be like you. You see what I'm saying? He wants to be like you. You want to celebrate Christmas and celebrate Thanksgiving when he wants to celebrate the Passover because he sees the value that you hold in your culture. He sees the value that you hold in your bloodline. Why the hell don't you see your own value, man? You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
And if I may, he saw the political advantage of becoming converted into our way of life. I'm not going to call it a religion because we live by the Bible, which is not a religion.
Right.
So therefore, he stole what we had for political advantage against Rome, against the Europeans, and against Ishmael, the Arabs, for his own advantage, so that he don't have to answer to them. And he could be his own filthy self.
That's right.
Okay. So continue with that page because I want to get down to the paganism that they're into.
Right.
Let me make sure you understand that is pagan.
While rejecting Christianity and Mohammedism, which is Islam, you see what I'm saying? Because they knew that we rejected Islam, so they wanted to reject Islam as well.
And Christianity was part of the Catholic Church.
Go
ahead.
The Jewish author and historian Arthur Koestler also includes that the majority of East European Jews and hence of world Jewry is of Khazar and not of Semitic origin. Come on, man.
They're of Khazar and not Semitic.
Come on.
Understand.
And this is one of them that's saying that.
And it's like, hey, Brother Taza Warrior, if you could move that chair so that people could get in freely, you can now either push it back or push it up forward so you can stand.
Most High in Christ.
Yeah, push a little bit further. So this one, kind of that one where he's standing at. Okay, Pop, sit down.
And if I could, I want to ask anybody that's watching, hey man, make sure you like and share this class. You see what I'm saying? Like and share this lecture. It's a lot of blacks and Hispanics out there just like you that might need to hear this. So do your part of making sure you spread you know what I'm saying, the truth. And we're gonna keep on getting to it. So like
spread the understanding.
That's
So
right.
did we get into the Khazars? I mean the paganism of the Khazars.
We talked about the pagan and they sex oriented religion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a little bit more on that as well.
Give me a little bit more and let me see where we at.
The large majority of the surviving Jews in the world is of Eastern European and thus perhaps mainly of Khazar origin.
Absolutely. So most of the Jews are of Khazar orientation. You know, they came to like my hometown, New York. I always tell everybody I'm from New York, of course, and a big majority. I go to Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn. Oh my goodness, it's a whole bunch of fake Jews out there with the big old They're really Russian hats.
Right.
Those hats are Russian. Understand? And they're black. Those are what they call the Orthodox Jews, which means they're supposed to go by some law. We're going to get into the Talmud. This is what they live by. Go to page 14. Understand? They live by the Talmud. Okay. And if you understand anything about the Talmud, I think I might have sent it to you. I want to look at that one too, what I sent you. Okay. Good. Because we're talking about sexual deviance.
This is
and then we're talking about the Talmud versus the Torah.
That's right.
The Talmud versus the teaching, the 5 books of Moses.
And if I may, understand why we're bringing all of these books out. You see what I'm saying? Once again, the Bible tells you that you should study this for yourselves approved. These are all prominent books that you need to study, that you need to have in your repertoire of information so that you can properly confirm and understand who your enemies really are, who these devils really are. So this is page 14 of Esau's Edom out of the by Charles and Wiseman. You see what I'm saying? Europe, however, many of the Judites and Benjamites preferred to remain in Babylonia, becoming part of the indigenous population. Those remaining had intermarried with the Babylonians and Edomites that were in the land and adopted their religion and law. The Babylonian Talmud, which became the foundation of Judaism.
Understand, it's the Babylonian. That's what the people are missing.
The
Babylonian Talmud. Who was famous for Babylon? War. Who was famous for Babylon? The tower. I'll put it this way: the tower. Nimrod.
Nimrod. There you go. Right.
Give that man a handful. Yeah.
Y'all feel free. Y'all feel free to comment and participate online as well. You know what I'm saying? If we see your comment, we're gonna add it to the stage. We're gonna acknowledge you and things like that. Slightly, sir. Go ahead.
Right. And understand that this was Nimrod. Nimrod's birthday was the 25th of December.
Right.
That was Christmas.
That was a devil's enemy of God's birthday.
And hopefully, Lord, allow that we get into the other information on that same date. I have other information very prominent and important as we get into the other subjects of this lecture. But let's go to, you got the Talmud?
We're reading on the Talmud right now.
Page 14. Go ahead.
I'm going to read it one more time. Babylonian Edomites that were in the land and adopted their religion and law, the Babylonian Talmud, which became the foundation of Judaism. I'm going to drop down real quick. Although they are called Jews, a term which is derived from the word Judah, these people are not true Judites, but became a mixed and hybridized people. And this is coming from a white man himself, who was a fake Jew, man. Come on. So like, go ahead.
Okay. So what we're going to get into right here, I'm going to go into this page. Who is Esau Edom? Matter of fact, I might have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you read a look. Go to page 52.
Most definitely. Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying?
We're talking about the Talmud right now.
That's right.
We're talking about the Talmud that's supposed to be a holy book. It's supposed to be a holy teaching of the truth about the so-called Judaism. You know, understand, we don't say we Judaism here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
We know better. I know better. Okay, go to the first paragraph. Get into it. Go ahead, get out.
Now, this is Judaism from the Talmud. Approves of sodomy.
Oh, what?
Approves of sodomy.
What's sodomy, young man, without being too raw with it?
LGBTQ community.
That's right.
The who?
The LGBTQ community.
That's XYZ.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Hey, look, that sums it all up. The LGBTQZYZ community.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is. In the Talmud, by the way, is what the rabbis, that's the rabbi's Bible. That's the rabbi's Bible. Understand that when we get more into this lecture, we're going to understand that these are cults. They are cults. They're not. You want to call ISUPK a cult? You are just dumb.
That's right.
I'm gonna just say it right here and bring it out point blank. You are dumb to call us a cult.
That's right.
The cults deal with secrecy, and we're here being transparent to you. I'm
damn
transparent.
Right.
My face is on this this website or whatever, this broadcast.
Right.
My books are clear. My information is in your face.
That's right.
That's right.
So how in the hell are we a cult?
Come on, man.
But yet and still, when you look into Freemasonry and you look into the Rosicrucians, which we
we're gonna get to it.
We're gonna get into it. Like I said,
Hey, stay tuned. I know it's late night for a lot of y'all, but man, wake up, man. You see what I'm saying? We out here on the West Coast. Shadarach came down to bring y'all this information, and we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into the Rosicrucians and all of that.
We're gonna get into that, but understand they deal in secrecy, which is my point.
That's right.
They deal with secrets. Why do I have to have a secret? You know, secrets is closely connected to a lie.
That's right.
You ever heard the term called he lied by omission? What does it mean to omit something? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Take it out.
There you go. Get that man a hand. You on fire, brother. Get that trooper a hand.
No, he an officer. That's if I could, that's a priest and prophet of God back there. Man. Get that priest and officer back there. That ain't no trooper back there, man. You feel me? Most High in Christ. But if I may, sir, if I could, real quick, all of this is so heavy, and we all know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. Everybody here in this chat tuning in, whether you agree with it is we bring it out or not, you know that Sodom and Gomorrah was burned down by God himself for being a wicked and disgusting place. And we read it right here in the book Esau's Edom by Charles A. Wiseman. Page 52. You see what I'm saying? That Judaism from the Talmud approves of sodomy. You see what I'm saying? If I could read a little bit more with your permission.
No, continue. I wanted you to read.
I appreciate Shadarach for coming out. Hey, if I could real quick, get Shadarach in hand, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate Shadarach for coming out and bringing all this information out with us. I'm taking notes. I pray y'all taking notes as well. You see what I'm saying? But I'm going to read a little bit more. If one committed sodomy with a child of less with a child.
What about the Islam people?
Oh my goodness.
What about the people in Islam? We didn't even get to that yet. But this in the Talmud, which is not Islam,
right?
It's Judaism and their fake and pagan way with a child. It's mentioned in the Talmud.
If one committed sodomy with a child of less than 9 years old.
Less than what?
9 years old.
Man, you come toward my kid like that, I might have to unalive you.
Oh, I'm gonna take, man, come on. If I may, so like it. And check this out. No, it goes on to further say, I'm gonna read it from the top. If one man committed sodomy with a child of less than 9 years old, no guilt is incurred.
No guilt is incurred.
Come on, man.
No guilt is included. That means you're innocent if you had sodomy.
They see absolutely nothing wrong with that.
9-year-old baby.
And if I may, so many people envy the oppressor, which the Bible tells you not to do. So many Black and Hispanic people, they look up to these damn wicked bastards, which the Bible specifically tells us not to do. And you wonder why your uncle molested you when you were a child. You wonder why you experienced so much child molestation and why you finding out that your nieces and your nephews were molested by your cousin so-and-so. This is why right here. Because you follow your father, that is the devil, man. This is who you look up to. And this is their original culture since before 70 AD, man. They believed in sleeping and abusing children who were under the age of 9 years old and under, just like GMS, who's no longer around. Just like these fake Israelite groups who's no longer around. The reason that people believe in these things, just like Islam, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Who we've been exposing. The reason people believe in these things is because they envy our oppressors. They envy the people that's destroying us, man. And in turn, now you're destroying your own goddamn children. It's like,
that's a lot. I want you to continue to go deeper.
That's right.
Go deeper with those. You know, that's not the only one. Continue with the Talmud.
Let's go. Judaism from the Talmud. This is the so-called Jewish man. approves of child sacrifice to idols.
Of what?
Approves of child sacrifice to idols.
First of all, from the beginning, what happened in Egypt? What happened with the children of Israel when they went to other gods? What did they do? They passed their children through the fire, which actually that might have been before the you can correct me if I'm wrong, we can find a scripture that might be before they made the golden calf, which Moses was angry, which the Lord was angry about, because they made the golden calf. And when we get into Freemasonry, we're going to go into the golden calf.
I got you right now.
Go ahead.
Or if I may, do me a favor, Tasha, give me the book of 2 Kings, chapter 17 and verse 17, man. You see what I'm saying? We're going to get right into it right now. We're going to see what these wicked bastards was doing back then. And we're going to see what we started doing back then, because we was envying our oppressors, which the Bible tells us not to do, man. We're going to see why our kingdom fell back then. And we're going to see what we need to do the opposite of. Go ahead, read that for me.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 17 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
And they caused their sons and their daughters.
Their who?
Their sons and their daughters.
Go ahead.
To pass through the fire.
To do what?
To pass through the fire.
To do what?
To pass through the fire.
What's an example of causing your sons or your daughters to pass through the fire? Right? We reading it right here. The Judaism from the Talmud, man. That's why when your baby girl comes to you saying that Uncle so-and-so touched her, you pop her in the mouth and say, watch your mouth. Don't say that about him, because you're passing her through the fire. That's why, even though they don't want to, you dress them up as Spider-Man and as fairies and send them out on Halloween to houses of pedophiles, man, putting them in harm's way, even though studies have been showing for the last 10 years that people are poisoning that same candy that you're going to get for free. People are putting needles in that same candy that you're going to get for free. You putting your child in harm's way. That's what it means to let you, I see you out. That's what it means to allow your children to pass through the fire. That's why you celebrated Thanksgiving, even though the Bible tells you that the Lord hates and despises your feast days, because it means nothing to you if God hates and despises your children. You were going to let them pass through the fire. It's like, you go ahead, sir.
And if I may also, it says, take on not the appearance of evil.
Come on.
Take on not the appearance of evil.
That's right.
If we can find it tonight, fine, or whatever in the scriptures, because I know it's in there. However, let's go with what the last thing was saying. This is absolutely right. When you do these things, you're worshiping other gods. It goes way deeper than just a Halloween outfit. And just because I do it for the kids, what do this Malakma?
Yeah, but prison officer, shout out to prison officer Malakma, man. He helped us put together this whole damn thing. You see what I'm saying? So big shout out to him out there in Southern California. But he's at Salakia, sir. Is that where that nasty practice they do during circumcision in Omoyel go back to Babylon? It absolutely goes back to Babylon, but it gets a lot worse than that. You see what I'm saying? Damn right.
That's right. Give Malakma a hand.
I see you though, Tyler. Where you had your hand up?
Yeah, but I was going to say this.
Go ahead.
But the same thing, man, with these with the little girls that's cheerleaders too. How they have them like,
oh, you're absolutely right.
Like that, and how they just have, just exposing them too early to stuff that they shouldn't. You know what I mean? They should be more covered up as opposed to being in damn groups looking like they fast.
And what they're looking at, what dawns upon me, what you're saying is so correct. These mothers are making their kids look like women. They're trying to make a little 4-year-old girl like a woman. She got her hand on her hip. She twerking and shaking. She got attitude and all that. She's going to have that, but she's like a woman. Go ahead, sis. You got something to say on that?
Salakia, sir, if I may. They are making their daughters look like whores.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely right. Go ahead.
304s. That's right.
And if I could, sir, like I appreciate brothers like you so much. You see what I'm saying? Me being somebody that's coming up in this wicked kingdom, and it's only getting worse and worse the longer we here. You see what I'm saying? So I know you've seen so much more than me, but seeing my sisters, seeing my aunties dress their daughters up. I see my cousins get dressed up at a young age. They 8, 9 years old, and they putting wigs on them. They putting tight dresses on them. They putting makeup on them. And they're trying to make little girls as attractive as possible. And what I mean by attractive the way a woman wants to be attractive for a man. That's why they put them in tight clothing, put the wigs on them and the makeup. And people argue on the internet all the time saying, well, what's the issue with it? It's just she's a female. Makeup is for females and dress stuff for females. The problem is you're sexualizing children. You're doing exactly what the Khazars did back then. Back then, the Khazars approved the child sacrificing to idols. Back then, the Khazars, if one committed sodomy with a child of less than 9 years, no guilt was incurred. That means before they committed that sodomy with that child, before they molested that little girl, before they abused that little girl, before they took that little girl's innocence, man, what do you think they was doing to her? They was putting that wig on her, and they was putting that makeup on her and was trying to make her as attractive as possible. You want to know why? Because you wicked bastards don't have the ability to arouse a woman. You don't have the ability to please a woman. So you have to take the innocence of an innocent child, man.
And watch this. A lot of sisters get on there and do that to their own daughters.
Come on.
And once they look at, they're doing all that stuff that the man is really supposed to be looking at his wife in closed doors and nobody business, that she could do that in front of him. They would take all their little girlfriends, look at her, child. Look at her. I can't stop her. She shake like this. She shake like that. Am I right?
No,
you know,
come.
That's
what they do,
and
they're proud of it.
And when the little girl sees that, the little girl is like, "I'm gonna do it more because my mama said it was cool." You understand? And that just solidifies that whorism, that whorish attitude. You know, Israel was
take one of these if you could,
like a whore. The Lord pronounced Israel as a whore, with meaning not literal, but as looking at other religions. So this other religion was passing through the fire. That's Israel just being evil, sinful, and stubborn Israel.
Right.
When the Lord said, follow these statutes and commandments, we're going to cross our children through the fire and dress these little girls up like they grown and give them sexual ambiances,
right,
and sexual means, and show them off to our girlfriends like it's cute and funny. Well, it ain't so funny. It ain't going to be too funny too much further. And I didn't bring the book. There's a book called Flavius Josephus where he describes the Sodomites.
You want some more?
Okay. When he describes the Sodomites, and he said that they were prideful, that they were abusers of themselves. They abused themselves. And this was before Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed.
Right.
Flavius Josephus was writing about their personalities. He said they had a lot of money.
Right.
They're LGBTQ. They had a lot of money. They were prideful. They didn't like other people, and they were all for themselves, and they were abusing themselves sexually.
And if I could, sir, real quick, I just want to let everybody know we reading from the Talmud, otherwise known as the Sanhedrin. You see what I'm saying? The Sanhedrin. And I'm going to read the definition of what the Sanhedrin is in case anybody is curious or if anybody thinks that the things we bringing out is not true. This is what the Sanhedrin is. The Sanhedrin is the supreme Jewish council and court in ancient Rabbi Israel, composed of 70 or 71 leading rabbis, priests, and elders serving as the ultimate religious, legislative, and judicial authority. This is what the so-called the Khazars and the so-called Jews of today, this is what they believe in. This is why they in the Roman Catholic Church, you see what I'm saying? This is why they molest little boys in there, man. And it all originates from this. Like, go ahead.
And if I may, these are the small hats.
Right.
These are
there it is.
Small hats. These are the one written in the book, The Synagogue of Satan, when they pulled Revelation 2:9. He said, I will make you a synagogue of Satan, which means you're not my holy people. Because to be holy to me, what does holy mean?
To be separate.
There you go.
Right, sis. To be separate. So they're not separating themselves. They are sexually abusing themselves and others.
And if I could, the fact that it says this is the highest court, this was their supreme court. This Sanhedrin that we reading out of, where it says that we approve of sodomy, and if one committed sodomy with a child less than 9 years old, no guilt is incurred. This is why pedophiles don't receive the death penalty here in America, because this is the spirit of Babylon. This is the spirit of the white man. This is the spirit that Donald Trump has This is the spirit of Epstein. This was the spirit of everybody that is in charge of America. And this is the spirit that God is asking you to separate from, man.
That's right.
This is all He's asking you to do. He's just asking you to not align yourselves with the people that want to abuse children, man. He's asking you to not. I can't believe, if I may, sir, we got people in these so-called fake Israelite groups that want to save these people. They want to save the white man. They want to save the same people that's responsible for putting us through all of these years of captivity. Save them from what? I look at the Las Vegas Strip and I see the Cosmopolitan and I see all these other casinos, the Flamingo and Caesar's Palace, and they're living lavishly. These are Jewish people who own all of these spots. They're living lavishly after abusing the children of Israel, after abusing their own goddamn children. They believe in their highest of Supreme Court belief that if they molest a child, no punishment should incur. And you telling me that we need to be trying to save them in the name of God? You disgust me. You make me sick to my stomach. And you don't need to be around my children, any of my brother's children, because I'm gonna lose my rank because I'm gonna hurt you. You see what I'm saying? It's like, go ahead.
If I may, they do this on a real energetic. They're energetic about saving Esau, about ones who do this sexual deviance. However, you don't hear them saying, save the Filipino, save the African, spare the African. Come on, you hurt his feelings. Come on, include, but they always first include Esau. They include that white man, that white devil.
That's right.
Understand? And for that, they're going to pay for a big penalty, a giant penalty. The Lord is going to give them a giant penalty for that.
Come on.
They're going to burn with that log. They're going to be part of the charcoal.
Come.
You understand? They're going to be part of it. Now, we got the Talmud. Did we go through all of these? Let's go through these.
Yeah, it's still more. I could breeze through them if you want, so we can move on to the next book.
Let's breeze through that. I want y'all to understand the depth of the Talmud.
Right.
And by the way, the Talmud is not readily available for everybody.
Right.
It's not readily available. Oh, let me give you a book on the Talmud.
Come.
When's the last time you heard that? No. Right? Let me because the rabbis and all of them keep that secret. See, when you know when you're in left field when you keep it secret.
Absolutely.
Right? Anything kept secret, you already know that's against you. Because if I'm righteous, a righteous man is transparent. You understand? In most of his dealings. Okay.
Right. And if I may, sir, I'm gonna read this right here, and I got a precept for it.
Go ahead.
Tazawar, grab Exodus 20 and 12 if you could quickly. You see what I'm saying? Judaism from the Talmud. Cursing parents is allowed.
Oh.
One who curses his parents isn't punished unless he curses them by divine name. And now read that for me, Tazawar.
Before he reads that,
come.
Didn't we just say that in the beginning of this lecture that the Caucasian babies hate their mothers?
Right.
They hate their mothers. You see them in the supermarket. Ma, you this again, and going through throwing tantrums right there in the aisle where you buying your grapes,
right?
Where you buying your eggs,
and that's why they do that. Huh? That's why they do that. That's crazy.
It's in their nature. It's in their nature.
Go ahead and read that for me if you could, Tazawar.
Hold on. What is this? Sis had a question? Sis?
Just thinking about what you were saying, and when I was a teenager, I remember my mom worked for this family, and the son really tripped me out one day because he came in and his mom was talking to him, and he says, "Mom, shut up! You're such a bitch."
Oh my goodness!
I'm sitting there, and I'm a teenager now, waiting for his mother to knock him out.
Just slap the taste out of his mouth.
I would have, we would have died back then, right?
Right.
And you know what she said?
What?
When your dad gets home, I'm gonna have to tell him what you said.
Oh.
And he went upstairs.
You know what, sis? You just rolled me back to something that I just didn't. I didn't even understand it to this point right here. There was a cartoon, like you see, like with American Dad. What's other cartoons y'all see?
Family Guy,
and all that.
And all that.
Do you know back in the 70s, there was a cartoon called "Just Wait Till Your Father Gets Wait till your father gets home." Right.
Y'all late to me.
Right.
I don't know.
That's right. See, And so it's embedded in their culture to hate their mother, to hate their parents, to be disrespectful, to act like they just talking like to anybody else on the street,
right.
And all of the sexual deviancy. This is the culture of the Caucasian. Okay, this is the culture of Esau.
And if I may, and with all that said, let's see what the Bible says about cursing your parents, about disrespecting your parents. We got 2 scriptures real quick. Read that for me, Baba Gishah.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
What should you do?
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Oh, you should curse your father and your mother.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
You should disrespect your father and your mother.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
You should be rude to your father and your mother.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Go ahead.
That thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Because if you respect and honor your parents, if you listen to the people that were on the earth before you, you see what I'm saying? Guess what you're going to have? You're going to have experience beyond your years. And now your days are going to be blessed and extended because you're going to have all the life experience of people that is 3-4 times your age. Now I want you to drop down to chapter 21 and verse 17. And this is the cold cut. Go ahead, sir.
And also, if you do that, if I may, also you will be wiser than your peers.
That's right.
And nobody will be able to pull the wool over your eyes.
Damn right.
Tell you that it's raining and urinating on your feet.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
And if I'm going to read this one more time. This is the Judaism from the Talmud, from the Sanhedrin, which is the highest belief, the highest ranking Supreme Court in the so-called rabbis and Jewish man's belief today, right? Cursing parents is allowed. One who curses his parents isn't punished unless he curses them by divine name. This is in the Sanhedrin, chapter 66. Now I want you to read Exodus 21 and 17 and tell me what that says according to the Bible, the real culture of the Israelites.
That's right.
The real culture of the Jews.
That's right.
Go ahead.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
And he that curseth his father.
He that does what?
And he that curseth his father.
He that does what?
He that curseth his father.
Go ahead.
Or his mother.
Or his who?
Or his mother.
If you curse any one of your parents, go ahead.
Shall surely be put to death.
Shall be what?
Shall surely be put to death.
I mean, I don't know what else they want from you, sir. What do they want from you?
I
don't know what they want from you. They don't want to listen to us. They listen to the white man, though.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The Bible tells you blatantly, he who disrespects his mother and father, he who curses his mother and father shall surely be put to death. What does that mean, surely? That means you are worthy of death. This is what you deserve. Now, we're not gonna take you and drag you out into the streets and stone you to death or slit your throat here in 2025. Why? Because that's not the authority that we're currently under. You see what I'm saying? We don't have the authority under these wicked bastards to slit your throat. But just know that God wants to see you bleed to death. Just know that God wants to see you suffer your last breath when you're a person that believes you can disrespect your parents. And that's the reason we have so many people today that sneak out of that house when their parents tell them not to go to that party, that do every single thing that their parents told them that they shouldn't be doing because you envy your oppressor. You envy the white man, and the white man is your daddy. You see what I'm saying? You are of your father, the devil. That's who the hell you are. You see what I'm saying? So even though they say that you can that you can disrespect your parents, you'd rather go with that than go with what? Read one more time, and we're gonna pass it to Shadarach and let him keep doing his thing.
And he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. So
according to the Jewish man's religion in Judaism, which they converted to in 740 AD, they said cursing your parents is allowed. One who curses his parents isn't punished unless he curses them by divine names. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, because the Bible told you. Read one more time and I'm done. Read one more time and I'm done.
And he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death.
The Bible tells you he that curses his father or mother shall surely be put to death. And the Bible tells us to study to show ourselves approved. Right. We're not going to sit up and put every single page that we're reading on here, every single thing, but you can see and follow along right here. This is the book Esau was Edom, written by Charles A. Wiseman, a white man who realized his people don't deserve to be the main authority in the earth. So like it, sir. Go ahead.
Right, so let's get to page 46.
Come
to that page 46.
Come.
And we're going to look at the hidden identity of the Edomite.
Let's do it.
The hidden Edomite identity.
Let's do it.
Read.
This is Esau's Edom, written by Charles A. Wiseman, page 46. Why then were the Jews the ones destined to occupy the ancient lands of God's people in Israel? Because it was so written in God's script that they are actually following the role of Edom, who was to gain possession of this area. Thus said the Lord God, because the enemy, Idumea, has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore, thus said the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. According to his prophecy, there would be a time that the enemy of Israel would say in contempt and ridicule to Israel, we have the ancient high places in our possession. Verse 5 identifies that God is speaking here against all Idumea, which
Idumea.
Slack
And Idumea is, when you study that, that's Greek. Those are Greek people.
And it says right here
that have to do with Jacob. Understand that it has nothing to do with Jacob. Continue.
And it says right here, pronounce it one more time for me, sir.
Idumea.
Idumea. You see what I'm saying? Which is Edom.
Which is Edom. See, that's the hidden part of this. You're thinking that this is Israel. You're thinking that these are Hebrews. The Idumeans are the ones that steal the culture. They stole our culture. That's their culture, theft.
That's right.
And if I'm correctly understand, theft is breaking the commandment, isn't it? When you steal something, you stole something from somebody, that is breaking the commandment, thou shalt not steal, under Mosaic law, which is the law of the Bible. Understand? That's the law that Moses gave to the children of Israel when they were in Egypt.
That's right.
And it came straight from the Most High God out of the burning bush.
That's right.
I mean, continue.
There thus will be a time when Edom would possess the ancient lands of Israel.
They will possess that land because what? We want to pass our children through the fire. We want to twerk on national TV.
That's right.
We want to be LGBTQ.
Right.
We want to go ahead and mess with another man's wife. We want to eat some shrimp, crab, and lobster because it tastes so good.
That's right.
We want some pork chops. We want Valentine's Day.
That's right.
For 304. We want what? Christmas for unruly kids. We want Namyo Renke. You understand? So that we can say that we can defeat our own men in the men of Israel.
Right.
But not saying that man was right by abusing that woman. I'm just saying she took on a whole nother religion for what?
Right.
You took Namyo Renke. You should have took the Most High first.
That's right.
Understand? That's the reason why we're in what we're in, man.
Go
ahead.
And
then wait, you had a question right there?
No, I was just gonna say, man, we want to be Egypt and Hotep and all these other things as well too, as opposed to taking on the culture and Bible.
Right, as opposed to who we really are. We want to be everything else. And this is something that goes back all the way to Exodus. You see what I'm saying? When Moses led us out of Egypt, what do we want to do? We wanted to build a golden calf. We missed our slavery. Why? Because it is something very medically diagnosed in oppression. What is the medical diagnosis? What's the most common common medical diagnosis after people have been oppressed? Go ahead.
PTSD?
No.
Stockholm syndrome?
Stockholm syndrome, man. That's it.
Right.
After a people have been oppressed for so long, after being held captive for so long, after been abused and hated for so long, they miss the place where they were most hated. Why? Because it's familiar, and their brain can't break out of the psychological familiarity. They think that's home. That's the reason that when we were in the wilderness, what did the Israelites do? They built the golden calf, and they wanted to go back to Egypt. They said, we should go back to where we was. We had it going on over there. Even though they prayed to God to make it out. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They didn't know what the hell they was praying for. So like, go ahead.
And if I may, they also said we had it so good there.
Oh my goodness.
And since we came from there, it was so much turmoil and trouble. We going through turmoil, going through the wilderness, escaping the Pharaoh,
right,
and getting out of captivity. You see? And then you had much that were against him, like Jannes and Jambres. They withstood Moses because of what he wanted to do. Continue.
Right. And if I may, right here, while Edom occupied parts of Judea at one time, they never had possession of this land at any time in biblical history, man. You see what I'm saying? Once again, this is the words of a white man, right? Am I right, sir?
Right.
This is the words of Charles A. Wiseman in the book Esau is Edom. The Bible says to study this so ourselves approve, and that's exactly what all of these books is that we bringing out. These are studies right here.
Okay, so since we're here, let's stop here.
Come on. You want to put this book? You want to put this book up?
Put that book to the side.
We're gonna put Esau's Edom to the side, man. Y'all go ahead and make notes of this. You know what I'm saying? Go on Amazon, look for the book Esau's Edom by Charles A. Wiseman. Go ahead, sir.
So
what you want next?
We have more information, but I want to move through this because of time's sake. No. Let me bring that up. That's the other one.
Oh, you want chosen people of the caucus? Oh, let's get it. Now, if I may, sir, I'm gonna ask you just for the audience, if you was to describe chosen people of the caucus, how would you break it down real quick before we get into it?
The chosen people of the caucus describes the aggression of the so-called white man. It describes the natural aggression how that he wrote when he wrote this book, Michael Bradley, when he wrote it, he said that the white man's aggression cannot be surpassed by any other race.
That's right.
Any other race.
What was the name again?
Although we can put them hands on them like we do and knock them out and put them down, he is more aggressive than you naturally. And why? Because of the Ice Age. You understand? He lived in the cave. The Lord put Cain in the cave.
That's right.
And when he put him in the cave, he put him in Mount Seir, which you'll find is Europe. And when he put him in Mount Seir in Europe, there was glaciers and ice age and icicles, and certain injuries are related to being in ice. You get certain injuries. You get cut because when you cut a piece of ice, isn't that sharp?
Right.
You know, back in New York when I was a youngster, you would see when it would snow and it would melt and the ice come down, the water would turn into an icicle. Some of those icicles are huge in diameter. And if they break off of that, it could go through your skull. You understand? It could, and there's many of them, because think about the side of a building. And it's got all these icicles dripping from the water, but it froze and turned into an icicle. It's ice, it's clear, but it's sharp at the bottom because that's how water drips. These race of people underwent many injuries from being in that icicle, almost like they're in the Ice Age.
Right. And if I could, sir,
go ahead.
Another powerful thing that this book right here brings out, man, chosen people of the caucus, and we're going to get into it right now. It exposes that hypersexuality. I've been on Facebook lately, you know what I'm saying, sir, which, you know, social media, and so many people, so many Black women and Black men are waking up to saying, stop normalizing hypersexuality and being hypersexual and being all of these things. Well, we're going to show you in the chosen people of the caucus where that hypersexual deviancy and spirit derived from. You see what I'm saying? Because it derived from white people.
Where did it come from?
There you go.
Let me see that right there on the side.
Come on.
Now,
you want me to read page 2?
Let's get to page 2. Go
That's
ahead.
right.
Go
this is Chosen People from the Caucus by Michael Bradley, another white man exposing his people. There is no way to avoid the truth. The problem with the world is white men.
The problem with the what?
The problem with the world
is who?
Is white men.
The problem with the world is white men.
Come on.
The problem with the world is the Caucasian man. You know, we speak it on the street. The problem, the virus, the very virus of the earth is the white man.
That's right.
He's the virus. You know, you got the flu coming up, right? You got monkeypox out there, right?
Right.
You got all these ailments and all these things, but he's the cause of it.
That's right.
Continue.
The next 226 pages of the Iceman Inheritance was another book.
This is the book, The Iceman Inheritance, is the book that Michael Bradley wrote. And this book wasn't so like, it's not like this book. It's not published because they had some issues with it. However,
I bet they did have issues with it.
They sure did.
They couldn't put that out.
Yeah, they referenced to the Iceman Inheritance, and he references to it. Go ahead, continue.
Khan. It argued that Caucasoid ancestors and their modern Caucasian descendants are significantly more aggressive than other major genetic groups.
More what?
More aggressive than other major genetic groups.
Other major genetic groups like the black man.
Right.
Like the Spanish man.
That's right.
Even like the Chinese man.
Right.
Or the Japanese man. Or the East Indian man. Who's the most aggressive?
The modern Caucasian descendants.
Modern Caucasian descendant. Continue.
Khan. Because of their uniquely glacial, I go back to what you were saying earlier.
Glacier. What is a glacier? Go ahead.
It's a big piece of land of ice.
It's a big piece of ice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And usually found where? In South America or North America?
That's right.
North America, right? Or Antarctica. That's right. The glacial.
The glacial, it's like, if I may, because of their uniquely glacial evolution. Meaning that's where they was growing up at. You see what I'm saying?
They evolved from that.
Citing evidence from physical anthropology, primarily, I suggested that purely physical adaptations demanded by survival under Arctic conditions during the last warm ice age in Europe.
Salaki, when he says worm, he means the times of the Neanderthals, the Neanderthal man. Continue.
Ice age in Europe conflicted with and partly erased previous adaptations designed to absorb and displace aggression. The Neanderthal Caucasoids became increasingly maladapted, psychosexually, suffered extremes of psychosexual ambivalence. Ambivalence and frustration.
Look at that. He's sexually frustrated.
Come on, man.
Esau is sexually frustrated.
We reading it right here from
you
this.
Understand? He can't deal. He can't deal from a natural way, from his culture, from his origin,
right,
from his beginning. Understand that?
That's right.
All right. You got the next page, or we got more?
Yeah. We still got a little more on it.
Go ahead.
And express the resultant aggression to a greater extent than peoples of other majority genetic groups, apart from sheer violence. I tried to show the inordinates. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this is Michael Bradley talking. I tried to show the inordinate Caucasoid psychosexual frustration and aggression were revealed in almost every aspect of Western culture.
There you go.
Come on.
There you go. Look at that. So he's out there being violently aggressive and more aggressive than any other culture.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
And if I may, it's saying that he's being sexually aggressive. What is that talking about? I mean, he's forcing himself on women. He's forcing himself on men. He's forcing himself on children. He forces himself on animals. That's why them hillbillies, they abuse pigs and chickens and all of that. You see what I'm saying? And it all stems from this. Go ahead, sir.
Now, did you guys see the video of the lady that said that it's better to have a dog than have a man?
Oh my!
And she said that he don't argue back, and that it's just a small thing that it's gonna be that type of joining, a sexual joining, and she can walk him.
Come on,
she don't got to worry about it.
They
Did y'all see that? That was an Edomite. That was a white woman. And did anybody ever see, like in my time, I saw, because I wasn't always in the truth. There was a woman having sexual relationships with a pig.
Yeah.
And the genital organ of a pig, if anybody knows what it is, you know the shape of it? The shape is a corkscrew. Of a corkscrew.
That's disgusting.
That's so much disgusting. The side of one I saw with the horse, and of course with the chicken, and with the lambs. And by the way, that's where syphilis came from, the lamb. The man had sex with a lamb, and he developed what's called the spirochete germ. Back in the day, they called it the spirochete germ. And that germ under a microscope is shaped like a corkscrew. You understand? You see,
twisting up DNA.
You see this?
Twisting up all that clean DNA.
Understand this? Can you understand how deviant and how maladjusted and wicked and misaligned and bent and twisted our oppressor is?
Come on.
Let's continue. Go ahead, sis, you had a question.
Well, not a question, but a statement. I remember hearing that white men from back during their time in the mountains, the reason they started dealing with boys the way that they did is because every time they would do what was natural with a woman, she would get pregnant, which meant another mouth to feed. So they found out that they could get that same enjoyment from a male and not have to worry about an extra mouth to feed.
Wow, because he was so greedy. He was so greedy. He wanted it all for himself. But through this book, I don't know if we're going to get to it, but what you're saying is correct. They studied chimpanzees, and they studied, I believe they were apes. And the apes were, when an ape would ever conquer another ape, or a younger ape conquers them, they kill the babies, because they do not want to have that same genetic line in their new community.
Right.
They took over all the other females.
Right.
Okay, so let's continue. Let's go to where we at. Where are we?
We on page this is page 3.
That was page 3
of Chosen People of the Caucus. You want to drop down?
Okay, let's go down to Einstein. Give me page 20.
Most definitely.
Give me page 20.
This is Chosen People of the Caucus by Michael Bradley.
But did we do page 3 and 4 on there anyway?
Yeah, we did.
We did page 3.
Yeah, we did page 3. We didn't do page 4 yet. You want to get page 4 real quick?
4? Yeah, because I want to get that off.
Yeah, most definitely.
Page 4.
We did page 3. This is page 4. Chosen People of the Caucus, page 4 with Michael Bradley. Dr. Eric Trinkas, who graduated from Harvard, and Dr. T. Dale Stewart, a Smithsonian, jointly published Hard Times Among the Neanderthals in December 1978, issued of the American Museum of Natural History, prestigious natural history magazine. This is going to be important. Understand that the people that's about to make the claim that they made had relevance in the white community. You see what I'm saying? Trinkas and Stewart subjected all known Neanderthal skeletal material to a coronal-style forensic examination. Their conclusion was that Neanderthal bones exhibited a much greater number of violence-inflicted injuries than any comparable number of bones from other groups of human ancestors.
That's that inflicted injury.
Right.
Where did the injury come from? Does it say? It should say that it came from the glaciers.
Oh yeah, we got to get a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Just that part, and then we'll drop it.
Oh, by the glaciers, I'm gonna skip to page 5. You see what I'm saying?
For time's sake, let's roll to page 6 and 7.
Oh yeah, we can jump to page 67 for sure. Page 6. Behavior in the 20th century can be explained by cultural perpetuation of Ice Age behavior. It's like a behavior pattern supported to an unknown extent by actual biological transmitted genetic traits. This is the position defended in the Iceman inheritance. For those unwilling to grapple with Freud's own purple prose. Dropping down. Personally, I'm not at all sure that Freud's 12-page essay was legitimately lost.
Okay, let's drop that part.
Yeah.
And let's go into we did Einstein. Let's go on page 20. Go to page 20.
Page 20, I got you.
Now, Einstein was a Jew. Everybody
right.
Einstein, we do jokes about it. You smart as Einstein. You have to, okay, Einstein. We have little jokes like that. Just go to page 20. Let's read.
Most definitely. Page 20, Chosen People from the Caucasus by Michael Bradley. The 3 Mile Island of the U.S., not to mention smaller events in Canada, France, and other places, have not been widely publicized. Einstein cannot be reasonably held responsible for creating the nuclear age.
Creating what?
For creating the nuclear age.
The nuclear age where they dropped the bombs at. And then Einstein, that's where you get that theory, E equals MC squared.
Right.
Right? That was a big equation.
Come on, man.
Because he was so smart.
Right.
What did he do? Nuclear what?
Nuclear age.
Okay. Continue.
Because there were many brilliant non-Jewish, and it brought out Jewish as Khazar, right? Many brilliant non-Jewish minds working along the same lines. The secret of explosive atomic fission would have been discovered sooner or later anyway, and probably within a few years. Indeed, Enrico Fermi and Niels Bohr knew that a fission bomb was possible, just as Einstein did in 1939. You see what I'm saying? That's the Jewish and the Spanish, right? But it is interesting that only when Hitler began to threaten Jews did Einstein add his cachet and prestige to the project to develop a workable bomb. This is showing you that this technology existed all along, but the government, being the government at that time, they didn't see the need for it, so it was no need to publicize it. It was no need to give credit to anybody, to the other nations who obviously was probably Black and Hispanic, who have greater minds than these devils. You see what I'm saying? But once Hitler started to threaten the Jews,
and also until they started threatening the Jews, that's when Einstein stepped up the project of nuclear bombs.
Right.
That's when he made it more important to develop and create.
Right.
Splitting that atom and making the H bomb, the A bomb, the ones that was deployed on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan. Okay, and they chose them. We may not have time for it, but when they chose them out this other book, Synagogue of Satan, they actually he used that as this is not Jewish people we're dropping the bomb on. Let's choose Japan, the Goy, because the fake Jew calls all other races and ethnicities Goy, Goyism, the non so-called chosen people.
Right.
Go ahead, continue.
The stated reason was fear that Nazi Germany might develop an atomic bomb first, and thus win the war that had already begun in Europe. Germany invaded Poland in September 1st of 1939. America did not enter until 2 long years later.
Okay, so let's go to page 76.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to jump around a little bit. Let's go to page 76 because I want y'all to understand some more about Esau.
That's right. This is Chosen People of the Caucasus, page 76. But add to our picture of Neanderthals, their fur color. Their fur color.
Fur color. Notice that's not even human.
Right.
Fur. Does a human have fur? Well, evidently they do. Read.
Was predominantly and commonly and commonly a deep red.
Deep red. And what does Edom mean? I'm damn near giving y'all the answer.
Mm-hmm.
What does the word Edom mean? Good.
Color?
No. What does Edom mean?
Red.
Red. Thank you.
See what I'm saying?
You know, the same color this priest got on, y'all.
I'm wearing Edom right now.
He
wearing my enemies right now.
I'm talking. No, it means red. Edom means red. So that fur on that human being was red.
That's right.
And he was the descendant of Esau.
Right. Their head hair or fur could be curly like a woolly fleece. They could speak a primitive language. Some Soviet scientists have maintained the Neanderthals might not have been able to speak at all because the structure of their neck vertebrae impinged upon potential larynx development. Larynx development.
That's the run of your throat. That's the organ in your throat inside it's the larynx.
Come on.
Inside your throat, like your windpipe, like near your windpipe. Okay. And it's the larynx. It wasn't even developed for speech.
Right.
See, you got to understand who you dealing with, man. You got to understand who you trying to save. You're trying to save an animal, basically.
That's right.
Continue.
Khan. But the Cathar traditions insist that they can speak, but perhaps only in guttural sounding grunts and a few single syllable sounds.
There you go.
It goes without saying that these Cathar are also noted for their stench. Oh my, if I may, sir.
I was just talking to Salaki. I was just talking to your dad about
Come
that.
on, man.
Go ahead. Notable for their stench. What is stench? I mean, officer.
Stench is like an aroma, like a foul aroma.
A terrible aroma. You know what I mean?
In Spanish, they call it pichiapastoso.
Pichiapastoso.
Oh,
Like
These pale-faced pilgrims have a pichiapastoso. That's why when they came here to the Americas, our native ancestors said, "God damn, y'all don't bathe." We had to show them how to shower. We had to show them how to bathe because this is how they were living prior to coming to the Americas.
This is how they were living in their civilization when the bubonic plague came out. And the Black Plague, they all used to go to one part of the city to defecate.
Oh,
they go to one part of the city to urinate.
Oh my goodness.
And of that, many mice, rats, and fleas started reproducing in the same area where they did that. And thus the bubonic plague, thus the Black Plague. And also when I was talking younger with the old New York story, when I used to be on the trains, I was raised up a train. I was with my mom. It was raining outside. When you get on the train, what happens to the doors? They say, watch the closing doors. That's what they say in New York. When you hear it on the loudspeaker, watch the closing doors. They close the doors, and now you on that train going from stop. You might be on the express train, so you're going to pass like 10 stops. Do you know the smell?
Oh my goodness.
I told my mom, I said, Mama, there's some dogs in here. She was like, be quiet, be quiet. What it was wet Caucasian people. When their hair gets wet, it's the same smell as your yard dog. And I am not lying. Y'all can check the history out. And we already looked at the stench of what this author said in his book, The Chosen People of the Caucasus. What you say, sis?
Now, I'm going to date myself. But when I was a teenager, we had to shower in gym. And the worst, the absolute worst, was to have to go in that locker room with all of those females in there smelling like a bunch of wet dogs. It was the absolute. So I always made sure to get either my shower first before everybody or last.
Right.
The stench was unbelievable.
Damn, get that sister a hand. Get that sister a hand. Because see, the book of Deuteronomy says, remember the days of old. We're older folks, and I'm not ashamed of my age. But I tell you, I identify with the sister because I came up around that time too. And I remember my mom shutting me up for saying that smell was damn near unbearable. It was funky as all get out. You understand? When we get like that, we don't have that smell. No, we don't have that smell. Neither do we get tortured by the sun like they do. You know? Good.
And if I may, just one more thing, like when I was growing up, all these new things came out. This is why they put fragrances in the shampoo and fragrances in the bars of soap, because unfortunately the oppressor smelled so very bad when he got wet. So they had to figure out a way to make him smell better. Like they wrote the flowers, the bouquet at wedding time. That was to cover up the stench of the females.
Absolutely. And sis, you know that they would use those things because they will be in their dresses. The women will be in their dresses, and that smell
come through. And
they would use that to keep the smell down in Europe before the Moors conquered them. Before the Moors taught them how to, water irrigation. They didn't even know what water irrigation was about. And if I'm correctly understanding, they really don't use washcloths.
No, they don't.
That's a
they
fact.
Don't use washcloths.
They don't use them. They just use bars of soap, and they'll rub that bar of soap on them. They don't want to, and this is why you have the hippies. You see what I'm saying? Because the hippies, they feel like they're closer to the earth the dirtier they are. That's why they don't wear shoes and socks. They want to walk and feel the gravel and the dirt. I see you. I'm calling you under their feet. You see what I'm saying? And so when they get in the water, they don't want to scrape off the earth. They don't want to scrape off what's so beautiful in their eyes, which is filth. They don't want to scrape that righteous filth off.
And remember,
they'll put some cologne.
They were smoking 5 pounds of weed when they came to that conclusion.
Because they stole their love
acid and mushrooms when they came to those conclusions that they should not do that. They wear them big old earth shoes back in the 70s. You remember that? The big earth shoes they wore.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it.
Yeah, they were saying that there's a big discussion on TikTok about the black women and white women bathing techniques, and most of the white women say that they don't wash their legs and no parts of their body, that they just wash their hair, and when the soap runs out, run down the rest of their body tag.
That's supposed to do it, huh?
Yeah.
And look, soap is lubrication. Soap is slippery. How is that going to scrub the dead cells from your skin? You die every day. Your skin makes new cells every day. You have to scrape those cells. That's why when you're younger, you look a certain way. When you get older, you look a little different. Then when you get real old, you look different from there because you're breaking those cells down. Those cells are dying and they have to get up off your body. They should, so that you can let the new cells come in and do their job.
That's right.
But they want to keep the old cells like that. Is there any questions in this act? Anything?
Nah, there's a lot of comments. You know what I'm saying? People agreeing with everything we saying.
Okay.
You bringing it out so heavy. Okay. Ain't no argument. Ain't no question. You want to move on to the next book for time's sake?
Let's go to Chosen Children, Synagogue of Satan.
You want to do Synagogue of Satan?
Yeah, because we got, time's sake. So let's do the time's sake.
All right, we're gonna move on to Synagogue of Satan real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I want to get to the Freemasons and the Rosicrucians, if I may.
Most definitely. What page you want, sir?
Synagogue of Satan.
Page 11.
Let's go to page 11 in the beginning. Let's go to it because this is going to lead into it.
Yeah. This is Synagogue of Satan by Andrew Carrington Hitchcock. You want to say anything about this book before I start reading, sir?
This book was approved by General Shadarach, who was
Captain Shadarach.
Captain Shadarach. Hey, he probably gonna be a general.
Yeah, he damn near seemed like one.
Hey,
But this is a book right here that General Mahayman and Captain Shadarach themselves, you know what I'm saying? This is something they studied, and Captain Shadarach approved this book a couple years ago.
Wait, hold on. Captain Shadarach approved the book back when I was an officer of 50. Back when we had the camp over in California.
That's right.
We would meet at Kazakyad's house.
Officer
Kazakyad's house. And we would always go over there after we leave Hollywood Boulevard after we blaze. And one day when they came over, we had the cookout. Captain Shadarach, I showed him the book and he approved it. And he approved it today when I saw him today and said, remember?
Damn right.
He didn't remember, but he didn't remember when I jogged.
Shout out to Captain Shadarach.
Shout out to Captain Shadarach. Put that out there.
We just pulled up on God. We just pulled up on Me and Captain Josiah had to put up with God Logic about literally less than 3 hours ago, and he absolutely slaughtered that Christian in his own house. You know what I'm saying? He pulled up, Captain Josiah pulled up to God Logic's house. You see what I'm saying? And cut him to absolute piss in his own home. It was beautiful. Subscribe to Captain Shadarach TV. You know what I'm saying? And follow IGBK Las Vegas on all social platforms, because I'm gonna be posting clips from that battle as well. But we're gonna get back to right now though.
Okay, let's get into the page.
This is Synagogue of Satan by Andrew Carrington Hitchcock, page 11. George III, nephew to the King of Denmark and brother-in-law to the King of Sweden. He is subsequently given permission by Prince William to hang a sign on the front of his business premises declaring that he is M.A. Rothschild by appointment court factor to his Serene Highness.
Okay, that's
Prince William Hanna.
That's not the paragraph I wanted to get to, but also it's good that y'all heard that, because the Rothschilds are deep with the fake Jew.
Right.
They started it.
Right.
This book that has the Dawadama gun on it and it's written in blood and it's drawn in blood, that is the hexagram that they used, our symbol, the King of David, our symbol, the Dawadama gun, the Rothschild, because Roth means red, Shao means shield, red shield. Okay, they use that in their banks and their money houses in the beginning and here in this time. You understand? But they put it under the cross. But you can read it. It's right there.
This is the one that you wanted right here.
Go ahead.
In 1770, Mayor Amschel Rothschild. Y'all want to write this name down and research this name, because you want to study to show yourself approved. I'm going to start from the top. 1770. This is page 11 of the Synagogue of Satan, right? Mayor Amschel Rothschild draws up a plan for the creation of the Illuminati and entrusts Ashkenazi Jew Adam Weishaupt, a crypto Jew, a Jew who pretends he's not Jewish.
See, and that's the point. Stop right there. That is the point I'm trying to get to in this lecture. A crypto Jew. I was going to ask the audience, do you know what a crypto Jew is? A crypto Jew is a Jew that wants to go secret. It's like a down low, right? Think about it like a down low. He didn't want to say he LGBTQ, but he is all the way a sodomite. Okay, but a crypto Jew does not want the public to know that they're really Jewish.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
Who is outwardly Roman Catholic.
See, they'll adopt the Roman Catholic religion outwardly, but inwardly, they're about that Talmud.
And if I may, this is the exact reason that we say anybody that is not in the IGBK, you're a Christian. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you claim to follow the Talmud, you claim that you Jewish, you claim that you in the Roman Catholic Church, when in reality, it's all the same exact thing when you get to the bottom of it.
I'm claiming that the Jews are the real Jews. You're claiming that the ones that call themselves the Jews are the real Jews.
Right.
So you don't want to get in between that, because some of y'all are political with it. That's why America is backing the Israelis, because they believe that that's the real Jew, the chosen people. The small hats are the chosen people. Sis.
Right.
Wow. When Arthur Koestler just pulled their whole card right now and showed you that they're the Eastern European Khazar people.
Come on.
That are Turks in Hungary, from Hungary, and the Magyar and the Magyar tribes.
That's right.
Of Eastern Europe, not of the Jordan.
That's right.
Not of Israel and the real Jerusalem. Go ahead.
The Illuminati is based upon the teachings of the Talmud. And we just read about the Talmud earlier, right? And the chosen people of the Caucasus, and in Esau's Edom, that the Talmud believes that you can molest children, that you can that you can curse your parents and sacrifice your parents, that you can kill your best friends and sacrifice them to idols, and so many more disgustingly terrible things that we didn't get into. Because Shadarach thought it was very important that you take the time to go and read these books yourself. You see what I'm saying? I would have sat here this whole time and read every single thing. But Shadarach knows that the Bible wants you to study to show yourself approved. You see what I'm saying? So he knows that you need to go study some of these books yourself. We showing you the books that you ought to look at. We showing you the books that you ought to take notes out of. And it's telling you that the Illuminati, you wonder why they why people swear that all these celebrities are in the Illuminati and they going missing and they dying and the children are getting molested and all of these things. It's not just conspiracy. A white man is telling you right here in 1770 that the Illuminati is based upon the teachings of the Talmud. This ain't my Shadarach ain't saying this out of his mouth. Are you, sir?
No.
You ain't, yeah. This ain't your words. This ain't my words either. All we doing is reading a book written by Andrew C. Hitchcock, man. I pray you understand. Go ahead, sir.
What page is that? That's 11, right?
This is page 11. Yeah, where you want me to go?
Mark that off. And for time's sake, let's go to the Rosicrucians.
Yeah, let's get. You want to close this one up? Let's close this one up, man.
Illuminati.
That's right.
And they saw the video promotion for this lecture. Let's start with the Rosicrucians. Let me get the Synagogue of Satan.
You want Synagogue of Satan?
Synagogue of Satan.
I got you.
It's right over there. No, not the synagogue. I meant Satan's Angels Exposed.
Satan's Angels Exposed. Ooh-wee.
Now this
Let's
book,
get it.
Give me a second. And this book was approved by General Mahayman.
By who?
I spoke to General Mahayman.
Come on, man.
This book. And I have something in my personal life of this book as well.
So if I may, so real quick, I hate to cut you off because I know what you're saying is so heavy. But you mean to tell me that you spoke to Joe Mahayman about this book right here? Satan was Exposed by Salem Kerman.
Absolutely.
And he told you that this is the book to bring out.
Yeah.
Y'all better like, share, and comment on this class, man. We finna show you something that General Mahayman studied in his youth. Something that General Mahayman studied when he was a young man. That showed him that the white man was the devil that the Bible speaks of. We going back to those days, back to that time. We taking a step on memory lane, which should be current lane. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And we about to go right back into the book. What page you want, sir?
Now, with this book that he approved, he let me know that he read this book when he was early in the truth. I hope I don't get checked for this.
Nah, you saying it right.
I don't think but he read this book when he was early in the truth of ISUPK.
Come on, man.
So recognize.
I suggest you go on Amazon and look at it. The Bible says to study to show thyself approved. General Mahayman said, you ought to study this book. You want to show yourself approved, man. You see what I'm saying? And it was approved for this lecture.
And you know, with this book, it's like I couldn't put it down.
Careful.
When I read it, when I read it, I was like, I couldn't put the book down. It took me literally about a week and a half with all the busy things that I do, about a week and a half to read the book.
Right.
Cover to cover. You understand? And then I found some of my history in there. And I don't mean like my personal family history. Well, you know, it has something to do with my family. Understand? When they're describing cults, you need to understand what a cult is. First of all, I'm gonna name one. Who know about Jehovah's Witness?
Oh yeah, I think we all should be familiar with them.
Who know the leader of the Jehovah's Witnesses? What's the leader? Who is he connected to?
Come on.
And what's his name? Remember his name? Let me see if I got it. I do have it in here somewhere. Yeah, I got it right here. What was his name? Okay. The leader of the Jehovah's Witness. We may go into that part of it, but this is the Rosicrucians. Okay. Let's start with the Rosicrucians.
I got you right here for sure.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. What page you on?
This is page 129 of Satan's Angels Exposed in the chapter 17, going into the mystical Rosicrucians.
Who wrote it?
This is written by Salem Kerman.
There you go.
All right.
Page
129. This is one of many occult groups which claim to be the guardians of some area of hidden knowledge. It is built
of hidden knowledge and occult.
That's right.
Right? It's of many occults, right?
Come.
Occult groups with hidden knowledge. Remember I told y'all about being secret?
Right.
When it's being you in something and they got to keep it secret like that, you better understand. You better dig further into it because you could be worshiping the devil himself.
And that's what they don't understand.
You understand? Continue.
It is built on a legend of Christian Rosencruz.
Christian Rosencruz was the man who started the Rosicrucians.
Come on, man.
This is the origin of the Rosicrucians, and you're going to see in a moment how it ties into everything. Continue.
Founder of the fraternity of the Rosy Cross.
The Rosy Cross. And look, your actors, your boxers, your singers, what do they wear around their neck?
Come on.
Go ahead.
And crucifix
or crucifix.
The Jesus piece.
You right. Exactly.
If I may, sir. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. Give her a hand for sure. Clap it up. Clap it up. Give her a hand. If I may, sir, I got a question.
Go ahead.
So you mean to tell me that the origin of everybody wearing those crosses around their necks, it all starts with Christian Rosencruz? Is that what you telling me?
Absolutely.
Come on, man. Hey.
He bring it back in the modern part. They were doing it back.
We showing you right here.
Past, but Christian Rosencruz bring all that back in a.
We showing you right here.
And what it is a fraternity. It's like a frat. You know, like
that's
in
right.
College, you have a frat organization, right? A fraternity it's called the Rosy Cross.
And they think they serving God, don't they?
Oh, they do. Continue. Come on, let's roll with it. Let's get it.
The Rosicrucians or Rose Cross code was begun by Christian Rosencruz, who was born in 1378 in Germany. He was a son of noble but poor parents. At the age of 5, he was placed in a monastery where he learned Greek and Latin. So this showing you his origin. It's showing you where he came from. We're gonna keep reading, right?
He learned it as a monk. He was in a monastery. So he learned it from the monks. He was learning things from the monks.
Right.
Okay.
It's cool. I'm gonna go to page 30. From Demcar, he went to Egypt. The rest of page 129 is gonna tell you everything else he went through in his upbringing, the languages he learned, and things like that, right? Okay. Page 130. From Demcar, he went to Egypt, and 2 years later left for Spain. Disappointed that he was not enthusiastically welcomed in Spain, Rosencruz returned to Germany, where he began to enlarge his philosophies.
Look at that.
It was
large. Go ahead.
It was there that 3 monks from his old monastery joined him. They became his disciples. Whose disciples? You mean to tell me this cat who wore crosses around his neck in the 1300s had his own goddamn disciples, some white man. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
He was creating a trend of wearing crosses around your neck, and you Christians walking around today who claim you serve Jesus Christ, who claim to follow God.
And you got what?
And they got that goddamn cross around there.
On your neck? What kind of device was a cross?
Oh, my goodness.
A Roman form of
torture.
Of torture and execution.
Which
our King Christ was put on and he was crucified.
Come on, man. Y'all better look at these books, man.
Cross. You want that cross, huh? So why don't you get that 9mm and form it in gold and put it on your neck?
Right.
So for your dead homies.
Right.
Or your brother or your sister or your mama or your children got shot. Put a 9mm on your neck. It's the same thing. Come on now.
Come.
What they used to say is tell the truth, shame the devil.
Come on.
Isn't there a passage of scripture that tells us that cursed is the man that hangs on a tree, i.e. the cross?
Cursed is he who hangs on the tree, is what you're talking about?
I believe that's it, but it was talking about that cross by everybody walking around with it on there.
Right. Same instrument, except that was the real one. But they put the fake ones made of gold, silver, and they put diamonds in it. They stud it out. They make it big. They put the outfit on underneath it to make it match. And that's what we do, man. You know, it's like you spitting in the Most High's face. Yeah, and specifically you spitting in our King Yahweh's face. You know what I mean? So watch what you do. Study. That's why the Lord says, study to show thyself approved.
That's
in
right.
the other scripture, if you want to put it and find it, officer, search all things and prove all things. This ISUPK, that's the cornerstone of our school. Yeah. To search all things and prove all things. That's why Captain Shadarach devoured, what's the dude's name?
God Logic.
God Logic in his own house.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because you cannot withstand and stand before the truth.
That's 1 Thessalonians 5:21, priest, if you want to pull it. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, and verse 21.
Go ahead. Nice and loud.
Come. Prove all things.
Do what?
Prove all things.
Just philosophize about all things.
Prove all things.
No, that God knows your heart.
Prove all things.
You should prove all things.
I have a personal relationship with Christ.
Oh my goodness.
Prove
come on,
all
man.
Things.
Christ is my husband.
Oh my goodness. The Bible says you should prove all things, man. You see what I'm saying? All of that mojo jumbo that Christians talk about, saying that you don't understand the spiritual and all that, man, knock it off. The Bible tells you that anything that has to do with God can be proven.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? And you can be proven with logic and with study. And that's exactly why Priest and Officer Shadarach, he saw it worthy to come out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, at 612 South Jones Boulevard and bring out this wisdom and this knowledge that is so forgotten nowadays. Nobody reads up on Satan's angels exposed. Nobody reads up on Babylon the Timbuktu. Nobody reads up on the synagogue of Satan or the chosen people of the Caucasus and all of these amazing books. So I greatly appreciate a brother like Priest and Officer Shadarach to come out. He has to do this. He has to do this shit. Excuse my language, man. He has to do this shit. But he decided to come out and he said, you know what? Shalamah rocks with you. You asked me to come out and teach a class. I'll make sure I come out and I'm going to give you wisdom that nobody else talk about, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to show you some books that lay it down nice and flat that people overlook. And I pray that you know what I'm saying, per General Muhammad, per Commander General Yohana, per Captain Shadarach, just to name a few brothers who studied these books in their youth, man. You see what I'm saying? I pray that you're going to get you a copy of Satan's Angel Exposed. And I'm not even trying to promote these devils and what they wrote. You see what I'm saying? But understand that your enemies know the truth. Understand that your enemies know who they are. Why the hell don't you know who you are, man? Your enemies know how great you are. Why the hell don't you know and appreciate how great you are? Why do you want to be like them when all they do throughout their history in America is try to be like you? I don't understand. It's like it, sir. Go ahead.
It's like it. There's not going to be any excuse pretty soon. That's right. Pretty soon, there's going to be a time where we as prophets are going to stop prophesying.
That's right.
But the Lord going to say, all right, y'all said enough.
Oh, my goodness.
Y'all said enough. Woo. They didn't do. That's on them. And if I did your job.
And if I could, I'm gonna tell you something that Commander Johanna told me years ago. That's something that we pray never happens, man. We know that this is gonna happen because the Bible says so, but we praying that the Lord don't look at you and think that, all right, y'all said enough, and now he has to punish you. Another black man who grew up in America experiencing criticism, another Hispanic man who grew up in America experiencing criticism, another Native American indigenous man who grew up on those reservations dealing with your oppression, and your daughters and your female cousins going missing, 400 of you once a year, man. You see what I'm saying? It's disgusting. We pray that the Lord just stall you out and forgive you, man. We pray, but we can't control what the God's going to do. The Bible says that 2/3 of us has to go. He said that because of our ignorance and because of our sister's hardiness and because of our brother's pride, that 2/3 of us are stubbornness. 2/3 of us are gonna die. You think that brings me any joy? You think that brings Shadarach any joy? You think that brings Tazawar, General Muhammad, any joy? You see what I'm saying? When the Lord says he wants to take the lives, I don't want to say want, because he said that he gets no desire from taking our lives, from punishing us. No. But he feels he has to. In order for us to understand, we don't get no joy out of that, man. We want you to understand who you are, how amazing you are, your potential. You see what I'm saying? And you can only do that if you acknowledge that you are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
There's no other way. If the white man can call himself the devil, and the white man can call himself a liar, if the white man can call himself an imposter, why can't I? Why can't I say the same thing? You see what I'm saying? Salaki, go ahead, sir.
You know, that goes back to Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression will make a wise man angry.
Come on, man. You see it.
Surely oppression will make a wise man angry.
That's right.
And understand, man, life is about change.
That's right.
You know, this planet spins on that axis. So it's not in the same position that it was, 5 minutes ago?
Come.
When you came in here sitting down, you're in a different position from when you just came in here.
Right.
You know, when your hair grows, it's a different length. When you wash with a washcloth, it's a different cell.
Right.
A new cell gotta come up instead of a dirty old dead cell. Because those cells die every time. And you gotta wash that bad boy, preferably with a cloth or with a towel, with something that will rub and have enough friction to take it off your body so that you can have the new cell come forward.
That's right.
And the Lord said, be clean, didn't he?
Come.
The sisters in the camp, when they were on that flower, they had to sit outside the camp of Israel when they were on the flower until they were off the flower and they were welcomed back in. But when they were on the flower, they had to be off. And we know in this school, we know when we clean and unclean. But my question to the public is, do you? That's my question to the public. So let's move on. We got the
go
ahead, continue. We at what page? 134?
Yeah, I was gonna drop to 134.
There you go. Yes, that's the part I want to get to.
Yeah, we're gonna drop down to page 134, man.
And what
Satan's Angel. This is Satan's Angels Exposed by Salem Kirkbond. I don't give a damn if I pronounce these devils' names wrong or right.
Don't worry about it. Just read.
A byproduct of this cult was the Golden Dawn, founded in 1887 by 3 members of the Rosicrucian Society in England. Now, we just talked about the Rosicrucian Society in England.
What was founded?
The Golden Dawn, founded in 1877 by 3 members of the Rosicrucian Society in England.
Keep that. Now continue.
A clergyman bought some old manuscripts from a bookshop. With the manuscripts was an old letter which said that anyone wanting to decipher the text should communicate with the SDA, the Sapiens Denominator Astris, through a Frelin or Sapiens,
the
Denominator Astris.
Sapiens Denominator Astris, right?
Yeah, the Sapiens Denominator Astris through a Frelin and a Sprengel. This is why they did, and the Golden Dawn's rituals were written by W. D. Yeats and McGregor Mathers. Mathers became increasingly occupied with black magic and sent Aleister Crowley to take over the London laws. Now, stay with us. Stay with us.
Wait.
I know it sounds like gibberish. Stay with us now. Go ahead.
What did he say right here? Read that again.
Khan. This is why Mathers became increasingly occupied with black magic.
Black magic. Magic is part of what I was explaining with the priest to look up magic. Look up soothsayers. Look up diviners, divinity. Look up fortune tellers. Look that up, and it'll tell you. Like the soothsayer is what we have a joke about. Y'all remember we say ask Cleo?
Right.
Anybody remember that? Cleo was the one that'll tell you everything is gonna be all right. You're gonna hit the lotto tomorrow. I see you, brother. The Lord is gonna bless you. And that's a soothsayer.
Right.
They're soothing you with their words and making you think you're gonna hit the lotto.
Right.
That's a big lie.
That's right.
That's that part of that black magic. Part of those things is associated with the black magic, the soothsayers, and the diviners, the fortune tellers. You know, continue.
Come.
What's that name? I want to hear that name.
McGregor Mathers.
Go ahead.
He became increasingly occupied with black magic and sent Aleister Crowley.
Sent who?
Aleister Crowley.
You remember Aleister Crowley?
Mm-hmm.
He was deemed the most wicked man on the planet.
Come on, man.
The most wicked man on the planet. So how in the hell are you part of that?
Right.
Sis?
And he's the grandfather to Barbara Bush.
Right. And if I may,
Barbara Bush's grandfather.
If I may, we got
President Bush's wife, y'all.
That's right.
Young, you don't know. That's President Bush's wife. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to this. And I'm gonna drop down in a second so you can see what McGregor Mathers and Aleister Crowley. You're gonna see what they was a part of. You see what I'm saying? To take over the London Lodge, Crowley was violently hostile to Christianity, and he saw himself as a new messiah of a new religion. He eventually came to America with Francie Higgins, a modern Masonic symbolist.
A modern who?
A modern Masonic symbolist.
You hear that, Officer Tazawar?
Uh-oh.
See, and I hope y'all saw the video with this mighty man.
Hey, get Tazawar in here. You know what I'm saying? Telling that story.
I want to make sure we bring that up. Get Tazawar in hand. That's right. So he came to America. Who was this? Aleister Crowley, or was it who? Which one came to America?
Khan. This is this is Aleister Crowley.
And
he came to America and met Frank C. Higgins, who was a modern Masonic symbolist, who wrote of Dr. Ashmole, a member of this fraternity who was the Rosicrucians.
Fraternity of the Rosicrucians,
which we read about in the last
book.
Come on, man.
So you see the correlation and the relation and link between Freemasonry and Rosicrucian, the Rosy Cross. I want y'all to understand that. You know, a lot of people say they don't understand what Masons are. No, you don't. You need to follow and study and look and show yourself approved so you understand where all this stuff is knowledge is coming from.
That's right.
And the influence. And if you're following it, that's what you're following. Continue.
Who is revered by Masons?
Revered by who?
Who is revered by Masons?
They're revered by Masons. Masons respect them.
That's right.
Masons look up to them.
Right.
Masons look forward to talking and dealing and relating to them. Understand that. Okay? That's the connection. That's terrible. I know. Tazawar.
Man.
Tazawar, now you got an eye opener, don't you?
Come on.
You got an eye opener, don't you?
And I'm gonna drop down if that's the why with you, right?
Brother, that was heavy, and I really appreciate. Give that brother one more hand. Yeah. I appreciate that brother doing that video. I really do.
I'm gonna drop down. That's to why with you, sir.
Continue.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm gonna read these last two paragraphs right here. The Rosicrucians. This is still page 134. All right. The Rosicrucians were a secret society based on superstition and occult practices. Most Masons deny there is any link between their fraternity and that of the Rosicrucians. Now, if I may, sir, it's something I'm going to pull real quick. You see what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Feel free to do that.
Pull, Tyler, give me Acts chapter 22 or Acts 17 and 22. You see what I'm saying?
Come on. This is the book of Acts.
Well, hold that. I want Ecclesiastes 7 and 16. No. You had it. That was the right one. Ecclesiastes 17 and 22. Read that.
Ecclesiastes or Acts?
Acts 17 and 22.
Come on.
You had it.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 17 and verse 22.
Go ahead.
Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars, healed, and said, "Ye men of Athens."
Now look. Now Paul was standing in the midst of these people after he was battling and arguing and dealing with the demons that they was dealing with. Why? Because they was following the ways of the heathen. And he's talking to Israelites, right? And what did he say about them? Go ahead.
Ye men of Athens.
He said, let me tell y'all something. I know that y'all under these heathens, these Athens and all of that. Let me tell y'all something. Go ahead.
I perceive that.
I'm looking at y'all and I'm a man of God. That's what Paul was, a man of God.
That's right.
And Paul perceived what? Keep reading.
I perceive that in all things.
I perceive that in everything that y'all believe in and everything that y'all saying in all things. Go ahead.
Ye are too superstitious.
You are too what?
Ye are too superstitious.
Ye are too what?
Superstitious.
Ye are too superstitious. We're not supposed to be a superstitious people. We're not supposed to believe in spookism. We're not supposed to be dismayed at the signs of heaven. We're not supposed to be into a bunch of weird ass conspiracies, man.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? But the people that we're reading about and Satan's angels exposed. Let's go back to the book.
And let me give
these people were superstitious. Go ahead, sir.
Let me get my side to it. Stevie Wonder made a record called Superstition.
Come on, man.
When you believe in
break it down,
you don't understand,
Come
and
on.
you suffer.
And you what?
That's
suffer.
And you what?
You suffer.
And you suffer. Come on, man.
Come on, that was in the 70s.
Come.
That's right.
He became increasingly interested in black magic. It's like, let me see where I was at real quick. You know what I'm saying? He's revered by the Masons. I was on this page. Now, we're going to jump to page 135. Freemasonry.
We do 134?
Yeah. You want to read the rest? We can read the rest of 134. Want to read the rest of it?
Yeah, go down.
Okay, let's read the rest of 134. Now, Frank C. Higgins, a modern Masonic symbolist, writes that Dr. Ashmole, who's a member of the fraternity of the Rosicrucians, is revered by Masons as one of the founders of the first Grand Lodge in London, the secret teachers of all ages, right? Now, the Rosicrucians, this is what we're reading about, and this is who they was worshiping back then. This is who they was following back then. The Rosicrucians were a secret society based on superstition and occult practices. Most Masons deny there is any link between their fraternity and that of the following Rosicrucians, but they're a goddamn lie because we just read about it here. If you follow these books, you'll find out that they're lying to you because the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Let's keep reading. This now brings us to perhaps the most controversial of the current secret society, the Masons.
All right. Now let's jump.
Where you want to drop to, sir?
We're gonna jump to Freemasonry, Synagogue of Satan. Let's get the other book that we just.
You want Synagogue of Satan?
Right there in front of you.
Yeah, where you want it at?
There you go. We're gonna go to page Illuminati, French Revolution, 17? Freemason founding. Okay, let's go to let me see where we at. Let's go to page 320. Let's go all the way down. Let's go down here.
Okay.
Give me page 320. We already see the connection with the Rosicrucians. We see the connection with the Rosy Cross. We see the connection with other gods and worshiping. Okay. Let's see what they say with this Grand Lodge. Read.
That's right.
Page 320.
Now, this is the Synagogue of Satan. It's like, let me, if I may, let me put it up for everybody to follow along, if that's the wild with you.
All right.
Real quick.
All right.
Well, I think it's more down this way. Y'all bear with me for 1 second.
Right there. There we go.
Boom, there it is. So this is the Synagogue of Satan by Andrew C. Hitchcock, right? This is page 320. Now, communism is designed to concentrate the wealth in the hands of the few Jews at the top. Plus, in this case, the odd token black man. Whilst the population of the country they have usurped is left in poverty, it therefore should come as no surprise that none of the mineral wealth controlled by Rothschild from men, the Oppenheimer family, right? Otherwise, is that the Rosicrucians? The Rothschild? Who's the Rothschild?
The Rothschild are the actual beginners. They started the Illuminati.
Right.
Okay.
Who's the Rosicrucians that we read?
They started the Illuminati, and they started all the banking systems in America and all the other nations.
Go ahead. I want to see.
One of the crypto Jews, well, he might not have been a crypto Jew, but he started his way, who was related to the Rothschilds. He started, how would you say it? Selling coins to the royal families in Britain. he would sell coins to them, and he made the money, and he started those banks.
That's right.
So you got the central bank, you got the Federal Reserves, you know, you got all those different types of bank systems funded and ran by the Rothschilds.
Damn.
Not necessarily funded.
Still today.
Partially funded.
Right. Fake way funded.
By the Rothschilds.
But they in trouble.
Your money.
Come.
Taking your money.
That's right.
All right, continue. I wanted to get to the part as the name, the actual name of the Freemasons is the Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. That's their real name. And that Grand Lodge, go to the Grand Lodge. The Grand Lodge was of the state.
I got you right here, if I may. I got you right here on page 320. At the bottom of page 320 of the Synagogues of Satan, you see what I'm saying? Let's pull it back up for y'all so y'all know where we at. Page 320, and we're gonna have to wrap it up in the next 5 minutes because we pushing for time. But I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to let me know in the comment section if y'all want to see Preaching Officer Shadarach come back again. If y'all want to see Preaching Officer Shadarach in Southern California with myself, and we're gonna do a part 2. We're gonna do a part 3. We're gonna do as many parts as it takes to completely expose the culture of the devil. So if you want to see that done, please type in the comments, please like and share, please flood our inboxes and things like that, so we can make sure we get to it and give you what it is you need in order to fight against our enemies. You see what I'm saying? But this is the bottom of page 320 of the Synagogue of Satan. The advert is on behalf of the Grand Lodge of the State of Israel of Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. So like, I'm gonna read above this if I may.
Look, yeah.
Is that okay with you? I read a little bit below. We're gonna read a couple sentences above. Interestingly, the Jewish Talmud legitimizes sex with girls under the age of 3 and justifies it in the Mishnah of Ketubah. I lie because apparently, according to the Jewish rabbis, who we all established was white men, we proved that earlier. It is like putting your finger in the baby girl's eye, just as tears come to the eye again and again, so does virginity come back to the baby girl. This is what these wicked bastards believe. In November, the Jerusalem Post publishes an advert revealing the depths of the links between Jewry, Masonry, and senior political figures. So now let's get to where I started at. The advert is on behalf of the Grand Lodge of the State of Israel of Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons.
Look at Israel and Masonry connect.
Come on, man.
Look at that. Now, look, since we got time, we're going to drop this. And we're going to, if they want us to come back or whatever, we'll do it. But, okay, Kenneth, read that part.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And it reads as follows: to the Masons of Peace. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to drop down. President of the Israel of the Masons, I'm dropping down. In 1995, Bill Clinton, husband of lesbian Jewish Hillary Clinton, ran a Yarmulke, gave the eulogy in which he referred to Rabin as our elder brother, a eulogy he closed off in Hebrew. You see what I'm saying?
Look at that. He closed it off in the Hebrew language, accepting Israel as part of his relatives.
Right.
Like that's his relative. So he could be in actuality another crypto Jew.
Man.
So what I wanted to say, something else I want to put.
Do your thing. Come on, sir.
Before we close, I got another book that we didn't.
What you want? Whatever you want.
Put on there. Show this book. And wait. So
go ahead. Do your thing.
Show this book, and we're gonna read some excerpts, and then we're gonna close out. I guess.
Let me show y'all where we at, man. Let me go back. Let me show y'all what this is, in case y'all want it back.
Notice our flyer we put on there. The KK.
It's the culture. I'm gonna take us off all together, man. If I could, I'm gonna take us off all together. Look, man. Look, this is Shadarach showing you the culture of the devil, man. You see what I'm saying? Now look, this book right here, 100 Years of Lynchings. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Look at the bottom of this picture, man. The Ku Klux Klan photo. This is what they did to us historically. Is that right, sir? Right. Shadarach taught me this.
These are the lynchings that happen in America that you don't study, that you need to look at, because you need to look at the correlation between them and us when it comes to lynching.
That's right.
What the reasons, what were the circumstances, and what did they actually do?
Right.
Okay. What I wanted to bring out, read at the top of the page. Who is this?
Now, if I may, I want everybody to understand, man. Look at this book one more time. If you and I should be carrying the commander in Johanna, you know of a very powerful brother that we know and love. He raised up the entire Midwest. What's his name? Somebody, I ain't gonna tell you, but what's his name? Raise your hand, now. Now say it nice and loud.
Mawakwa.
That's not proper. Hold on, Mawakwa ain't right.
The Midwest Monster of Mayhem.
The Midwest Monster of Mayhem, Captain Mawakwa.
There you go.
That's what I want to hear.
His rank, officer.
You see what I'm saying? Never just Mawakwa. Captain Mawakwa.
Now give him and his family.
That's right. Give him a hand. Now what we gonna do? We gonna read about Captain Mawakwa's family. This is his ancestors, man. This is his people.
What page are we on?
This is page 140 of 100 years of lynching, man. This is why we say study to show thyself approved. Because we want you to read all of these books to understand that the white man is the damn devil, and this is what the culture of our enemies do. So this is Captain Mawakwa's family that we're going to read about, right?
Right.
Now, Hodges fired on them when they were attempting to load the vehicle with their personal effects.
Okay, wait, Salaki.
Go ahead, sir.
I have to go to page 130.
Go back to get the context, right?
At the bottom.
Sir.
To see if that has the connection. Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, so we're gonna read this whole page, right? Yeah. Now, this is a letter. Now, this was written in August 20. This was written in a New York Negro World, August 22nd of 1920. We're gonna read the We're gonna read this whole page and the back of it, and we're gonna close it out with this so you can understand that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
We got one more to do because he's in here. I want to make sure that we get all of his connections.
Oh, so we're gonna read all of this in one more page, and whatever Shadarach wrote, we're gonna do. So we're gonna read one more after this. You feel me? So let's do that.
Let's roll.
So this is the New York Negro World, August 22nd of 1920. This is a letter from Texas reveals the lynching of ironic facts. Now, New York, August 18th on July 6th. Two colored boys. Look at how they talked about us back then. So right. Two colored boys. Irving and Herman Arthur. This is Captain Mawakwa's family. This is his peoples, man. You see what I'm saying? They was 19 and 20 years old of age, respectively, were lynched by a mob, and their bodies were burned when they were accused of shooting their they were accused of shooting their landlord following a dispute over a settlement for a crop. Below, we give verbatim a letter written to the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People. Come on,
NAACP.
The NAACP.
Continue.
You see what I'm saying? By a reputable citizen of Paris, Texas, where the lynching occurred. His name is withheld for obvious reasons. No sweat. I am writing now. This is the letter we're finna read. Everybody pay attention, man. This is the letter we're finna read. And this has been The Culture of the Devil by Shadarach and Preaching Officer Shalamah. And this is the letter from Priest and Captain Mawakwa's family. I am writing you concerning a lynching which occurred here last month. Doubtless you have long since gotten the details. If not, I will give you facts as I witnessed them. Herman and Irvin Arthur, Negroes, with their parents were tenants in Hodges Farm. They were working on halves, a system whereby the landlord furnishes his tenants and at harvest time takes half the crop and the amount with interest which he furnished his tenants during the year. They let you know about his occupation and what he did for a living and how he lived his life. This is all he did, man. You see what I'm saying? Against the usual custom here, I just wanted them to work all day every Saturday. They did for a while, washing their clothes on Sunday. When they refused to work Saturdays, Hodges came to their house on the farm 3 days before the murder and took the family dinner off the cook stove, threw it into the yard. His son holding a gun on the Arthur family. Come on, man. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
He took their food off the plate and threw it in the front yard, all because he wanted to get his stuff done, and he didn't feel that they were doing right by him with the crops and all of that. That's why the culture of our oppressor is so wicked, man. You don't understand the lengths of the debauchery and the lasciviousness and the straight jealousy and envy of these people, and the intent that their humanity is above everybody's humanity on the planet Earth. Continue.
He also took the furniture and cook stove out of the house, made the boys pull off their overalls and shoes. The girls were forced to surrender their dresses and other clothes. Look at how wicked the devil is, man. He made them strip naked. He made them give up their clothes. Why? Because like we read earlier in Satan's Angels in the Synagogue of Satan books and in Esau's Edom books by Arthur Koestler, they suffer from hypersexualism. They suffer from being the devil that the Bible speaks of, and they can't help but be aggressively sexual towards anybody that they see and want to oppress and have an ought against and have a problem with, man. That's why they wanted them to take off their clothes and do all of these different things, because this is who they are. This is who they've been since the dawn of time. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
All right. So where we at?
Well, we at the bottom of 139.
Quick, because it's another page on
which had to carry away with him together with groceries, claiming they were in debt to him. He is acting like they owed him something. Then this occurred. The family decided to move and secure the truck for the purpose. Hodges fired on them when they were attempting to load the vehicle with their personal effects. He pulled out his gun and he pulled his trigger. One of the Arthur boys ran to the house, got his shotgun, and killed the white man and his son. Give him a hand.
Give him a hand. That's right.
Big shout out to Captain Mama Quad's people, man.
Let me put a little sidebar. I'm gonna put a little sidebar on that. In this book, if you buy it and read it, you're gonna see that they say that the Negroes had murdered this person and murdered that person. Understand that you don't read the whole story behind why they murdered them. This Negro might have murdered them because they were constantly picking and demeaning and destroying and doing all kind of things. Well, he was fed up, and humanly he couldn't take it anymore.
That's right.
And then he unalived them. You don't know, and I'm just saying this, you may not know, and I don't know either, the motive behind him maybe killing a white woman or killing a black man. And we're not condoning unaliving in this school, but these lynchings most likely happened for a serious reason, a very tense and serious reason. And Captain Mawquad, his family and everything, he's in the ISUPK.
That's right.
And I want to make that very clear. He's in our school.
That's right.
And I think his grandmother was interviewed by our very General Yahan.
That's a fact.
Leader
that's a fact.
At the Chicago cookout.
That's right.
Okay, continue.
The Arthur boys, now they just shot and killed these white men because that's what these white men were worthy of. They was worthy of death, and they had to defend themselves from these wicked bastards who were coming to take their lives because they felt that they wasn't cooking their food properly, right?
Well, they feel he killed them because it was because of a land dispute or a work dispute, right? That's why he came up in there in the first place. What was it?
No, I'm saying the men fired back at them.
The men fired back. Yeah.
When these brothers fired back at them.
Right.
Because they pulled out their guns first, like we read on page 139.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So they pulled out their guns. He probably had to go get his shotgun and defend his business.
You know what I mean?
Because this is what they was doing. They was trying to take their lives. So let's keep reading. The Arthur boys were soon arrested for defending themselves and pleaded self-defense in the murder of the Hodges. They slightly.
No.
Slightly, right? Go ahead, talk. Oh, you got to roll out? Go ahead, get toss the word hand, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right. We appreciate it.
Get people to toss the word hand. You all good? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no secret, nigga. You got to roll. It's all good. Toss the word pulled up, though, supported the lecture. He read for us, and he took notes, didn't you? He took some notes so he can keep on studying and become a better priest and prophet of God like he is out here in Sin City. You see what I'm saying? He was out there with us on Saturday reading for the prophets of God, soaking up the game, and he ready to rock and roll, man. You know what I'm saying? The priest officer Tyler Ward is an excellent brother, and he's a father too. You see what I'm saying? He got a young one that he got to get back to. What time is it? It's 11:14 at night. He stayed over the time, and he got to get back to his family. Go ahead and do your thing, guys. Just make sure you lock up for me. Do you want to take one more drink with you? Do your thing, then drive safely, and text me when you get back safe if you could. All right. Most High in Christ. We're gonna keep on reading. All right. The author boys were at the top of page 140. The author boys were soon arrested and pleaded self-defense, as they should have, in the murder of the Hodges. They were brought to the jail in Paris hours before. Signs were displayed throughout the city announcing the forthcoming lynching. One that I saw said, "Niggers caught. Black brutes who killed Hodges will burn in their fair grounds. Be on hand." They didn't give a damn about the context of the story. They didn't give a damn about the context of the altercation. All they knew was that there was an altercation between black men and white men, and the white men were dead. So that means they wanted to see the black men lose their lives too. And this is the ancestors. This is the family. This is the people that Captain Mawakwa stems from, man. You see what I'm saying?
Let me add this. I want to see the rest part of this story for one thing.
Go ahead.
Hold on. We're gonna probably read the rest of it, but I want to get to this other book for time.
Do your thing.
Show them this. I'm gonna show the cover of this book. What's the name of the book? Tell All the Children Our Story.
Tell All the Children Our Story.
Yeah, some of y'all got this.
By Tanya Bowden.
Go to that page I got marked off right
Most
there.
definitely.
And then we will end it after that.
And like I said, if y'all want to see a part 2, let us know in the comments for a part 2.
Let them know what page.
You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of different books. This is page 80 of Tell All the Children Our Story. 81. All of these. Oh, you want 81, sir?
Right there.
Kyle, we're gonna read page 81.
Show
this is also, let me show y'all real quick, man.
Look at the picture.
This is also Captain Mawakwa's family. You see what I'm saying? This is also Captain Mawakwa's family right here in this book. This is his family. You see what I'm saying? And do you want to get some context to this photo, sir?
Huh?
I said, do you want to get some context to this photo?
Yeah, I want to read the paragraph. Let's read the paragraph.
Okay, let's read the paragraph real quick.
Let's read the caption, like they say.
This is page 81. The move could be a mixed blessing for the children whose parents went west or north without them. Sometimes parents were able to send money, clothing, and toys back home. Yet this meant that many girls and boys went missing. Their parents went missing from their parents for a while. Sometimes the missing stretched on for years because parents were unable to get established enough to send for their children. Sometimes it was the children who migrated to take jobs as domestics, or in mills, mines, and factories. Sometimes it was the children who sent money back home.
What does that part say? Did we read that?
This is the top of the page. A family from the rural South that had just arrived in Chicago. And this picture right here that y'all seeing is from the year 1919. You see what I'm saying? That's where this picture is coming from. 1919. That's where this picture is coming from. This is Captain Mawakwa's family.
If I may, I'm going to add to this. It says in this caption that it was Chicago. Where's Captain Mawakwa from?
Chicago.
From Chicago.
That's right.
That's in the caption so that you know that we not lying, not the second page, that we not lying about this.
That's right.
Captain Mawakwa is the Midwest mayhem.
That's right.
Midwest is shot time.
And we see why he bringing so much mayhem out there. Because look at what these wicked bastards did to his family. Look at what these monsters did to his family. I understand why he's the Midwest monster of mayhem. I would be a damn monster too if these devils did to Captain Mawakwa's family. If they did to my family, they did to his family. You see what I'm saying? So
let's give him a hand. Give him one more hand while we're here. That's right.
And he's a brother that motivated me, Shadarach, everybody in this room. You see what I'm saying? To better ourselves for the Most High in Christ, man. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to him after experiencing all of the oppression that he grew up with. He was still able to escape that and serve God rather than serve the devil. Rather than he was able to serve the culture of Jesus Christ rather than serve the culture of the devil. You see what I'm saying? I pray you understand that.
That's right.
It's like you want us to close it out or you wanted something else?
Right. So this is part of the information that I got for this lecture. You know, it's a whole lot more. And if you do want, you know, more information, I'm very much willing to do another part to this lecture. But this is the white man's the white man's culture. This is what he's done to us. This is the truth behind the scenes.
That's right.
See, we got to get behind the scenes. We got to uncover everything, and do not let him get away with nothing, because he won't do it to you. He's going to make sure you be accountable for all of it.
That's right.
Oh, wait, what Captain DeBar Moff was on here? What did he say?
No, he was. This is Officer Yaquatazar. He was saying that Captain DeBar Moff is a great nephew of Harriet Tubman, which is a fact.
Absolutely.
And he was saying the ISBK Midwest is one of the most aggressive zones. Give him a hand.
Right. Give him a hand.
And if I may, sir, you know what I'm saying? Like Preaching Officer Shadarach said, man, this is just one part. We ain't done. How many books you got that we didn't even get into yet? A lot.
Well, we got to get more into these books, because
That's right.
we only scratched the surface of these books.
We only scratched the surface of these books.
We just scratched the surface.
We didn't even get all the way into them, but you see how heavy it is that what we brought out. You see what I'm saying? So we want to make sure that we able to give y'all what it is y'all want. So I want y'all to go out of y'all way. Let us know y'all want to see a part 2. Let us know once we do part 2. If we do part 2, let us know y'all want to see a part 3. We gonna bring out all of these things, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the ISUBK. And we started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, I am here in ISUBK Las Vegas. Shadarach is here. He's there in ISUBK Southern California. And he gonna bring out all of these different books and expose the culture of the devil, man. You see what I'm saying? December 14th, we're going to have the Feast of Dedication, otherwise known as Hanukkah, in all 1 West zones. 612 South Jones Boulevard on December 14th. We're going to be here 7 p.m. Pacific time, and we're going to break down to you in the Bible why it is important to follow the laws and the days that the Lord wants you to acknowledge, and not the days that the heathen wants you to acknowledge. Stay tuned. You see, Shadarach is here. You never know who's going to be here next time. You never know who's going to be here 3 months from now. You never know who's going to show up to quell Sin City. You never know who's going to show up to destroy Sin City, burn Sin City to the ground. We already had Captain Tazariak here earlier. We already had Captain Gadar here earlier. We already had Captain Yatazak here. We already had Preaching Officer Shadarach here exposing the culture of the devil. Don't miss who's going to be here next time, man. And with that, Salaki, go ahead. You got anything else you want to say, sir?
No, I'm just going to ask. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Be revealed.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat, all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Lathan, Bahashim Yahweh